listening to ComedySlamRadio.com. From our studios to the world, we bring you the finest in quality entertainment. So pop some popcorn, grab a smooch buddy, and settle in for another fine show from ComedySlamRadio.com.
I am the force of nature, the rolling boulder, the edge of the razor, Mr. Heavenly Touch, the one, the only one, the almighty one, touching more girls than Fonzie's kissed.
The almighty one, almighty one, the almighty one, almighty one, the almighty one, almighty one, hallelujah. You gotta listen to the show. The almighty one, almighty one, the almighty one, almighty one, the almighty one, almighty one, hallelujah. In the land radio.
And welcome. It is now Tuesday night. I gotta get used to that. It's Tuesday night. We're bringing you another fine edition of the Almighty One Show. We have with us a new tryout co-host, and as soon as yep, there she is. And she is going to be known from here on out as Sweet or Sour, because every once in a while she's sweet and every once in a while she's sour. And so, yeah, this is the Almighty One Show.
And the most blasphemous show ever.
That's right.
Although I messed that up. Totally messed that up. I was supposed to say the most blasphemous show ever.
My plug and play's not on. There we go. And just for you.
Thank you.
Yes, the Asian persuasion herself. She is sweet or sour, so we can still get the SOS out there.
Trying.
She needs help.
Please help me.
Help her. So anyway, we are going to talk about, of all things, bad sex, because it's just wrong. And I'll let you take this one.
Oh, that one. Yeah. So Japanese porn actress Yuta Kohaku asked fans to donate sperms for use in a new movie called Semen Collect 2. And she actually received 100 bottles in less than 10 days. Yeah, that's a lot of jerking off.
Yeah, a lot of massage parlor and happy endings, too.
Yes,
yeah, there
absolutely.
you go.
And some that you didn't even know about when you were sleeping.
Right. So, I guess we should make up that song for it. It's a semen in a bottle. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, tonight on tonight's show, we are going to talk about why sex in Florida is bad for your health. A lot of people are apparently going to jail over having sex. This one woman, and let me see if we can get this story up here. We're going to get this one first. Let me see. I believe I have it ready.
Well,
right
she's in
here.
Florida, so
here we go.
I mean,
apparently, the cops came not a moment too soon.
oh,
Raquel Gonzalez, 24, has been arrested for allegedly assaulting her boyfriend, 30-year-old Ezric Davis, when he had an orgasm, and she did not.
see, that's what his mistake was, not giving her it.
Well, does your husband give you orgasms all the time? All the time. So in other words, what you're saying is that oh, wait a minute, I got it right here somewhere. Oh, I'm gonna find this.
No, that's not funny when you do that.
So you got a whipped husband.
No.
Because if you don't orgasm, it's
No, it's more like he just wants to please me. That's a totally different thing.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to break all stereotypes tonight.
Trying to.
So anyway, apparently the Manatee County, Florida couple were having sex on Monday afternoon. Davis told deputies, and after he climaxed, Gonzalez got angry and started scratching and hitting him. Because those Hispanics got to have the long nails.
Absolutely. Because if they're not long, then they're not pretty.
Yeah, because they're all, well, I shouldn't say all of them, but most of them on welfare.
Oh, you do not go there.
No. Well, she doesn't look like the kind of person that's mowing my lawn, so it's... That's all right. You don't look like the person that's ironing my clothes either.
Absolutely not. I ain't gonna do no laundry. Mm-mm.
Oh, you don't have that ancient Chinese secret going on?
No,
Whatever it was.
No.
Apparently, this isn't the first time sex has led to violence in the great state of Florida, where erectile dysfunction is always happening.
Is it?
Erectile, yeah. We got gored on that one. So anyway.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Apparently, one woman in Port Charlotte was arrested for pulling a gun on a man while they were having sex in a moving car. Have you ever had sex in a moving car?
No, but I gave a blowjob in a moving car.
Oh, wow.
So
I'm
does
starting to
that
tingle
count?
down there. Sex secrets. Yeah, I'm going to try and say that one 5 times.
Try it.
Sex secrets with sweet and sour. Sweet or sour.
Yeah, the secret is in the sauce.
Right, yeah. Make sure it comes out of the noodle, right?
Yes.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
Surprise.
Yes. We're definitely breaking grounds on this one.
Okay.
So why don't you tell us? We'll go on to some more of this stuff later, but so tell us a little bit about yourself.
That's it.
Well, let's start off with your age
I'm 38.
and holding.
No, no holding. I like going up. I like
And
seeing my
down.
husband going up and down. Yes, I do. It's always fun with my little boy. So
And so you've been married for how long?
12 years.
Oh, damn, you got me and my wife beat.
A lot.
A lot.
5 more years.
5 more.
5 years. 5 years.
Well, actually, 7 years.
That's true.
We've been married
Look
for
at
5
that,
and a
an
half
Asian that
years.
cannot do
add.
math.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
God. You know, that's-
See, this is why it is the most blasphemous show on
the air, exactly, because we're going to start taking things to other levels. And for all you ladies out there, if you're interested in calling the show, we can definitely going to have Miss Sunshine here read the pit number.
Yes, so the number is 813-235-0644. So I would love you long time.
So yes, guys, if you'd like to talk to Sweet or Sour, and so what makes you sour?
Everything.
Everything makes you sour?
Yeah, you.
Me? Oh my God. Just don't hit me in the back of the head.
Not yet. Not yet. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yes.
Eventually.
So anyway,
Yes.
where do you come from?
Where do I come from? Well, let's see. One day,
My mother.
and my father, they had a good time, and they were like, well, yeah, okay. And the next thing you know, I popped out.
And they didn't drown you. That's a
Surprisingly,
miracle. I
yeah.
swear to God.
I know, considering, they had every
like
opportunity to go
I
and
figured the last thing you would have heard was,
or drop me off in one of those bombs when the bombs are like coming in between. When I was born, the bomb
so
was
you
like
were
all
born
over.
overseas,
I was born in Cambodia.
Cambodia.
Right in the middle of the war with the Khmer Rouge and all that stuff.
See, I'd never heard of that, the Khmer Rouge.
Yeah, it's where all the Cambodian Pol Pot and he was trying to control everybody and get all the smart people, the creative people out of, I don't know, kill them dead. And then he goes and try to make sure everybody's under his thumb. And it didn't last too long considering it was
Sounds
3
like a
years.
woman to me.
I know, doesn't it? I mean, holy cow! But no, he gets.
Do they eat cows over there?
They do. They eat cows, chickens, cockroaches, crickets, worms, grasshoppers,
Grasshopper.
scorpions. Yeah,
Grasshopper.
grasshopper. Snakes, spiders. pretty
Hell,
much
people
anything.
eat spiders and snakes here, so.
Yeah, but we actually had to eat termites to survive the war because we were starving that much.
Got wood?
Absolutely, man. We got all the wood we needed. We so did. So we
Oh
ate
my
termites
God,
and
that's
drank water out
hilarious.
of the pond that was like all nice and dirty. And yeah, we had to crawl over dead bodies so that
And
we
yet you
could-
still grew.
I know.
I know.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
I should have been dead by now, but for
I
some
thought you were like, most Asians don't stand over 5'4", so.
No, I know. I came to America when I was 6, and Next thing I know, I don't know
Started
what I
eating
ate.
that
It's
Americanized
the
Asian
American
food. You know?
That's what it is. It's the American food. Because, man,
Well, I don't see
I'm
no
tall.
meat on them bones.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Yeah, okay.
I cover it well. Thank you very much.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and by the way, she is wearing the latest edition of
Absolutely.
the Almighty One shirt.
Only I can touch it and my husband can touch it.
We're going to work on that one.
Yeah, good luck.
Well, maybe we should get the husband in here. Maybe get permission from him, you know?
Nah, he ain't
Get him
gonna
to
go for it.
get him to call up.
He's a selfish man. He loves me all
We
to
could be
himself.
blessed by the Almighty.
Oh, he's totally blessed by me. You're
Yeah, but you're just sweet or sour. I'm the Almighty.
Absolutely, because see, I have the sweet and the sour, but you just only almighty. That's it.
Yeah, well, you know, come get blessed by the Almighty One. You know? I
don't
kind of
know,
look like
you-
when I
good
grow the
luck.
beard out, I look like two
Santa
fictional
Claus.
characters:
Yeah.
Jesus
Santa-
Christ and Santa Claus. So we call myself Jesus
I
Claus.
have noticed the Santa Claus though. I think Santa Claus would be much more better.
Well, yeah. Well, I tell people I look like Jesus Christ, cross between Jesus Christ and Santa Claus. Come and sit on my lap, and I'll give you the gift that keeps on giving.
And how often did that work out for you?
Well,
Come on, be honest. Spill the juice. Come on, I've been spilling my juice, so you can spill yours.
A couple times, way before I got married.
Oh, okay. Just trying to make sure that the wife is gonna be happy when she goes home.
Oh yeah, she's gonna be happy.
Good,
I
good,
took all the rolling pins away. So, have you gone to school here?
Yeah, I
What
went
is your
to school here.
job?
I don't have a job yet, but I was hired as a producer for the Holistic Speak
Yep,
Talk
with Alvin.
with Alvin. Yes.
Alvin.
Yes. That's how we know each other, through Alvin.
By the way, I want to let you know, if Alvin is watching, we did do that in the break room
Before we got on the
the show in unison.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, this is gonna be great.
Yeah, we
do a segment, swear in Chinese.
Oh, unfortunately, I have 3 dialects in my language that I actually understand and speak, but not too well. And so I might mess them up really, really, really bad. I can't guarantee it'll work. And people is going to be like, who actually speaks Chinese, Mandarin, Cantonese, or Teochew, if they actually hear it, they'll be like, she fucked it up. So fucked it up.
Well, I can say honestly that we don't have any Chinese people watching the show.
Not yet.
We have Filipino people that watch the show.
Thank you to your beautiful wife.
Right, exactly. I showed you a picture of her.
Yeah, she is cute.
There she is.
She's a bundle of joys, actually.
Yeah. I married a Barbie doll.
No, I wouldn't say a Barbie doll, but she is
Well,
cute.
no. You don't have to understand.
Yeah.
A rich Barbie doll.
How was that?
She had money.
Oh,
Not that was the most important thing.
what's that noise?
What is that noise?
Somebody's phone.
Oh, that's my phone.
Oh, look at
Oh,
that.
and it's the wife calling
Yeah.
in. You know what?
Oh,
We need to
yay.
put her
We get
on
to
the
hear
air.
her.
We need to put her on the air.
Yay.
Oh, we missed the call.
Aw.
Let me see.
You gonna
She
try to
sent-
call her back?
No, hold on a minute. Missed call. Let me see. We'll call her back. See what she has to say.
Maybe she might be pleasantly surprised that
Please
we're
enjoy
actually
this
talking about
Verizon
stuff.
ringback tone while your party is reached.
Let's see. While we're doing this, maybe she's watching.
I hope so.
I'd think so.
Yeah.
Leslie says there's going to be problems with the site. Hi, honey.
Hi, wifey.
She's not answering.
Oh, well. Next time. Next time.
Yeah, maybe. We got to figure out what she wants. So, anyway.
Oh,
that was
that's
the
a
bubble.
bad sign. That
was
is
the
so a
bubble.
bad sign.
B is for bubbles.
Okay.
So, anyway. We're going to go back into this discussion.
Yes, about sex in Florida.
Sex in Florida.
I mean, wouldn't this be considered like the best place to have sex?
You would
Because you're
think,
in
with all the
tropical-
sun, the warm weather.
You know,
I don't
all the
maybe it's the heat.
beaches,
I don't know.
you
Maybe it's
know?
the beach and the heat that gets to people.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know about
so-
being in the heat. You know.
Yeah, that's just a little too much.
Apparently, a woman. Let me see if we can get this story up. This is kind of funny. Chester County, which I think is in Florida.
I don't know about that. I know Manatee County.
Artisha Donaldson, South Carolina woman,
Okay.
allegedly assaulted, but that's not in Florida, so we're going to skip over that.
Yeah, we have
one.
to skip over that
Yeah, we
because
have to,
we
'cause
want
only
we don't care about
Florida.
any other state but Florida.
Exactly,
Because
exactly.
we
We're the
are the
best.
best state because you know why we're the best?
Because we're in shape of a penis? I don't know.
No. Because the Almighty One
The
is
Almighty
here.
One
That's
is
the
here.
reason
Almighty
why.
One is everywhere.
Yeah. But he's physically here in Florida right now.
Exactly.
Therefore, Florida is the best state of the United States.
This thing is freezing up on me.
Oh. Well, we can go off to the next subject for right now.
Anyway, let's find out one about The Rock.
What about The Rock?
The person
The-
that was living under a rock?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got to get that one on here. Oh, wait a minute. We also got the Lego racism. That's kind of funny.
Oh, you know, I still think
let's
that's
see.
not
Let's see.
racism,
Should we do
though.
the rock one?
I like the Rock one better.
the rock one better. Yeah,
Just
come
thought it
and
was
get your
really
rocks
creative. Very, very
Yeah.
creative.
off. Yes. Couple has been living under a rock, quite literally. Apparently, for many people, the idea of living under a rock might seem like a punchline of a joke. Come and get your rocks off.
Absolutely,
You know,
just like
Chevy,
that one.
like Chevy, like a rock.
Oh, yes, that's
Yes,
true.
you know.
That is true. I forgot about that sign.
But for one Mexican couple, a hut wedged below a 130-foot boulder in Coahuila, I probably pronounced that name wrong,
I don't think so.
Mexico,
The H is silence.
yes, has been home for the past 30 years. Apparently, a reporter recently visited the couple, Benito Hernandez and Santa Marta de la Cruz,
Nice.
Villa Vida.
Yeah.
Why do they have to have 5 names?
No, they're not really 5 names. It's like of the something village, I think. So the
Oh,
first 2
guess
is
who
his
came
real
in the
name.
studio? It's Gwiggy.
Hi.
Hi, Gwiggy. This is sweet or sour. What? Yes. You noticed that too?
Not everything is food. Just saying.
Well, women can be food, you know.
Trying to eat people.
Yes.
Faster.
So anyway, Hernandez is a farmer who plants and collects the candelia plant used in making candelia wax. And I
Okay.
probably pronounced that name wrong too. He saw the boulder 55 years ago when he was 8 and decided to make it his home. 20 years later, he was able to secure rights to the land. And he says he liked it here, and he continued visiting every 3 to 4 months. I wasn't married, and I didn't have a family yet. I liked it and had to keep coming, put my foot in on the property because lands here are won through claiming them.
Oh.
Right. So the home made of
That's so
sun-dried
awesome.
bricks and cement has a dirt floor, a wood stove, and no plumbing.
No plumbing?
No plumbing.
So what does he do? He goes outside.
I guess if they have an outhouse, I wouldn't know. I mean, that's what they used to do. Made of sun-dried bricks and cement, dirt floor, no plumbing. Electrical service is said to be unreliable. A nearby stream provides fresh drinking water. In winter, though, the water, of course, freezes over.
So what do they do then?
Yes, it gets very cold here, and we struggle to get food. We have to work hard here, and that's the only job we have. The couple have 7 children,
Holy cow.
6 of whom are married and live nearby.
Wow.
One of them lives in a tree.
It would only be fair.
Yeah, live under a rock.
Yeah.
One lives in a tree.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah,
That makes sense. But we're guessing. We don't know.
Maybe one lives at the bottom of the ocean with freaking SpongeBob, whatever. It is what, I mean, you
That's
make
true.
a home anywhere, I guess,
Yeah, it is where the heart is more than the place itself. So.
Yeah, I mean, they're used to pineapple, too, so. Well, listen up, pineapple, under the sea. This Mexican right here. Anyway.
But it's a very nice house, actually.
It's
very solid.
yeah, well, there you go. Very solid.
I got one in! Yay!
She definitely got one in, folks. Oh my God, what did I get myself into?
I really had that going. I was like, when I'm going to get that in there? I got it in there, so I was very excited.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to be part of the show, you can Facebook me at facebook.com/The Almighty One Show.
Or you can call me, call us, and we will love you long time at 813.
Some of them more than others.
Of course. 235-0644. Thank you very much. I still messed that up. I'm trying to do that.
Thank you very much. Thank you
Yeah,
very
or
much
I could
for
just go
listening
and
to
say-
me read the phone number.
Yeah, thank you very much. There, see, that would be more correct, right?
So do you cook?
No,
You don't cook?
very little. I would have to say very little. I actually try to cook today. I have the menudo cooking on the stove right now as we speak, low and simmering. So I don't know how that's gonna work out. I think I messed up already.
Well, if you've left that thing on low and simmering, you better find some way to turn that off, because I guarantee by the time you get home, that pot will be burnt.
No, I covered it, so it won't be burned. It won't be burned. It's like
Water.
maybe on one, and it's
you
like
do
a
know
big
that.
pot. Yes, it
I know
does
you
evaporate.
Asians are into science, just not just math. Okay, when you take water and boil it, it turns to steam and goes into the air. Eventually, you
True.
boil the water out.
Right,
That's
right.
how
right.
most
But
of
you
my
know what?
pots and pans got ruined from my
But you
Chinese
know what?
ex.
This one was smart. This Asian girl was smart. She actually put a lid on it so that it does evaporate, but very slowly, because the evaporation eventually comes back down to the soup. Because the lid.
I'm an ex-Navy cook, and I can tell you, steam will still get out the side.
Yes, but slower, slower, and plus it's still low. It's like really low, like 1. Instead of 9, it's 1. So I don't know. It's a big pot. It's like, I think I had like let's see, 364 ounces of water in there. So, and I think I really messed it up too by didn't cleaning the tripe. See, Asian that doesn't cook, doesn't think, can't do math, and doesn't understand science.
And then won't let the Almighty One touch her.
No, see?
Bad girl.
Totally bad.
Bad
totally
girl.
bad.
You're totally flushing.
Yeah, so
You're turning as red as those hands.
I am. There you go. Well, because I'm confessing
Oh
how
my
bad of a cook
God.
I am. I'm trying my best.
Oh, okay, well, your best isn't good
Enough.
Anyway.
Apparently, it is not. It's all good.
So anyway,
Yes.
I
Do
I
you
think-
cook?
Oh, I definitely cook.
Yeah?
I cook in
So
the
your wife
kitchen, the
doesn't cook?
bedroom, the living room, and maybe sometimes on the kitchen table.
Yeah, in the garage, moving car away. It's kind of hard when you're driving,
Where was
right?
the most craziest place you had sex? As a
In
matter of
the-
fact, that's one of the things we need to have people call in. The
Yeah,
craziest place
please.
that you've had sex. Call into the show and tell the Almighty One in the sweet and sour.
Yes,
Sweet or
because
sour.
we are like dying to figure out what is the craziest place anybody has ever had sex.
Racquetball court.
Are you serious? Because all that windows and
No.
everything?
That was the funny part. It was in a college, and it was like there was
That's so
no
cool.
windows, but there was an you could see in,
Oh,
kind of hid in the corner,
Oh,
on the back of a zoo, in my
Bow, chippa, bow, wow.
the woods behind a zoo, in my cab with the current wife.
Awesome. No, nothing exotic. Just only the park. That's it. I'm very boring.
And the blowjob in the car, which
Well,
excites any guy.
Yeah. Well,
Of course.
yeah. That it's like one of those bucket list thing. One of those bucket lists where you have to do before you die.
Well, now that I'm married, having sex with every Asian race is definitely out. So
Yeah. Well, that's good. Your wife would really like to hear that. That's for sure. There's a lot of race. I know. So,
yes.
Anyways, yeah. So what was yours crazy one again?
Racquetball court, behind the woods in the zoo, the women's bathroom.
Awesome.
And I'll tell you what, man,
Okay.
women are players too.
Okay.
These women came into the bathroom and I had to lift my legs up while she's sitting on top of me. And I'll tell you what, these women were like, oh, this fool likes me so much. I'm going to make him buy so much shit for me and I'm going to play him like a freaking fiddle. And yeah, and then I ain't going to give him no play once his money is gone today. I'm like, oh, I see how it is now.
Like, who's the sucker now?
Yeah, I see how it is. See, women, oh no, I don't go out with men for their money. Bullshit. You know.
No, I hear you. Some women can be like that. Yeah.
So
Who's the
yeah,
bitch
yeah.
now?
Then there was, the current wife, who's in the only wife I've ever had, in the back seat of my van, in the cab.
While you're driving.
No,
No.
we
You
weren't
weren't
driving.
See, that would be an awesome act, driving and having sex at the same time. Stop and go, stop and go. You don't even have to thrust.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess lean the seat back a little bit. You know.
Yeah,
Of
it's
course,
just
I was
somebody have to
much
pay
thinner.
attention to the car.
Yeah, yeah.
To the road, not the car.
Well, I got many funny cab stories. I mean, I'm sure you
Oh.
got many funny stories probably in your travels as well.
Yes,
you travel
I do
a lot.
travel a lot.
You
Yes,
travel a
My
lot.
husband and I do travel a lot. Yeah, there was some fun stories. But the only problem is I can't remember the stories. And when I do remember the stories, when I tell them, my punchline just kind of goes out the window. It just
Old
go-
timers disease.
No, it's not old timers. It just doesn't
Blonde
comes out
moment.
sound funny. That's all.
Blonde moment.
It's not even about blonde moments. I know I'm the only Asian that actually has a real blonde.
Actually, it looks red.
I have a little blonde toward the end.
Well, I hate to tell you this, but my son has
Yeah.
who's part Chinese.
Yeah.
One of my sons
Yeah.
has his hair is black
Yeah.
with brown tints and as auburn as well. He's got this little auburn V. If you cut his hair down to like almost nothing, when it grows back,
baldness?
you get
Yeah.
it in the sun.
Yeah.
He's got like a V of like auburn hair,
Oh my gosh.
and then there's like mixtures of brown with the black. So it's kind of funny.
Awesome. See, I
But
like
we're
the
gonna
Wonder-
take. You know what? We need to take a quick break. We'll take a quick break, and then when we come back with the Wonder Twin Powers of Hate.
Okay, sounds like fun.
You're listening to the Almighty One Show.
The most blasphemous show on the air.
Late, I'll wait for you. Now if you want me to, I won't hesitate. Why do you always look face down? I can read what's on your mind. Tell me what your senses feel about the air tonight. Don't wanna say goodbye. Breath you take away. And I know what I wanna do. I won't slip away. There's a hat you wear as a crown. I can see how you have changed. Tell me what the stars at night are trying to explain. Don't wanna relocate. I'll never say I'm late. yellow in front of me. All the signs lead to a warning. I won't be coming back around again. You've tainted everything around me. I try to run, but we can never hide. You play it safe, but I defy. Every day is another side of you. It's a good day for sunrise. I finally found that silver light. I'm running in circles just to keep it true. And now I'm black and blue. I'm coming to, yeah, I'm alive. Another face I knew I had to try and hide from you. All I know is a place where you wanna go. Every time I leave, you pull me in. Anything is possible. If I could shed my skins, I'd clean us of our past. I wouldn't cast those stones if I didn't give in. Would you let me go again? Every day is another challenge for you. It's a good day for sunrise. I finally found that silver light. I'm running in circles just to keep it true. Now I'm black and blue. I'm coming to, yeah, I'm alive. Another face I knew I had to try and hide from you. When I break out, then I break out. Will I make out or will I fake out? Run away, yeah, 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 yeah. You wanna keep me always. I wish you well. You didn't know right now, but you never will. You wanna cure your schizo. Tell me, where were you? Anything is not gonna be lower I wanna do. Just wait for the sunrise. I finally found that silver light. I'm running in circles to keep it true. Now I'm black and bruised. I'm coming to, yeah, I'm alive. Another face I knew I had to try and hide from you.
And welcome back to the Almighty One Show here on ComedySlamRadio.com.
The most blasphemous show. I think I messed that up again.
No, that's perfect. You just go with it. Don't say you messed up.
Okay. I did it perfectly, man. Cowabunga, dude? No.
Oh
that doesn't
God,
work?
not Cowabunga. We're not
No?
doing Teenage Mutant Turtles on this show. We got. Oh yeah, we're gonna do a call. We're gonna get the Wonder Twin Powers of Hate going on here with my friend from my queer steer from Texas.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yes. We're gonna get him on the
I'm
show.
excited to hear him.
Oh yeah.
He sounds like a fun guy.
Yeah, he's a fun guy. I kick his ass in video games.
That's not
He'll
right.
deny it,
That's
but
not right.
yeah. Let's see. We get this thing going here. So.
We're waiting.
Well, hello.
Hello. Have you been watching the show?
No, I don't have a computer right now.
No. We went through this last week. You're supposed to say, we always watch the show.
Oh, you got caught?
My computer broke it.
Well, you're not supposed to tell people that. You're supposed to do what you do with most women. Lie to them.
I don't do that either.
I like you.
Oh, he's definitely whipped. Anyway, yeah, this is my new.
It's okay. At least I know I can go home and get late at night.
Oh, papooch.
I know I can go home and get laid tonight too. So there.
I like you better.
3 times on Sunday. And so anyway,
You wake up with blowjobs?
Yeah, she's been sucking on my noodle. So anyway, this is my new co-host, the Asian Persuasion, sweet or sour. You haven't been sour yet.
I tried. Today, I guess, is my sweet day.
Sweet day, yes.
Eventually,
So,
I'll get my sour
for
day.
those
trust
of you who are not familiar with this segment, this is the Wonder Twin Powers of Hate, where we discuss the things that have pissed us off over the past week. And since we have a new lady on the show, we figured we'd let ladies go first, and she can tell us something that's pissed us over, and it's not me.
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
Wait till
Okay.
tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow. Maybe next week. Who knows? So, what pissed me off this week? So many things. So many things. Nothing.
Juice on the husband.
Juice on the husband. No, my husband was actually really good.
Yeah.
He was very, very nice to me.
Yeah.
So I can't say anything bad to him. Yeah, he definitely got me whooped. That's for sure. I'm definitely whooped. So
I was thinking he was whipped.
No. It's the other way around. I'm like at his submission and whatever he wants. I was like, yes, honey, I love you. Okay.
And then you turn around and do the opposite.
No,
so no,
no.
you got to come out and say what pissed you off this past week. Make something up if you have to.
See, that's my problem. I don't know how to make anything up.
Come on, you're a female. You know how to make things up.
Yeah, but this female,
Honey, you were really good in bed. No, honey, your dick is not small. You were better than my last boyfriend.
I've heard all this joke and I don't know why it's still funny. Okay,
Because it's true. Anyway.
okay.
Just because the symbol is bigger.
Oh.
What's that? What'd you say?
I said just because the temple is bigger.
The temple is bigger?
Symbol.
Symbol is big. Thimble
Use
is
it for
yeah,
sewing.
thimble. Right.
Okay. Nope. That went over my head.
Okay, and mine
Okay,
too.
so
it must be a Texas thing. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah, because they do have a lot of thimble sellers.
Yeah.
They actually, I think, have a museum of thimble. Right? Do you guys have a museum of thimble?
What was that?
Do you have a museum of thimbles?
I have no idea.
All right.
I
Well, then,
look like a type of person who goes to a museum. No.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, okay.
museum of tow trucks, maybe.
No.
No, they have some cool museum in San Antonio. The museum, the maze museum, the mirror museum, where you go in there and they have like mirrors maze that you go in there and try to get out of the maze. But there's like 5-6 mirrors around you and you're trying
You
to figure
bump
out.
into every one of them.
Yes.
So okay, well, Josh.
Yeah, what
we're
is
gonna
yours?
go. What is your Wonder Twin power of hate this week?
Police officers.
Oh.
Woo!
Now, what did the police officer do to you, or is it really your fault? Statement of denial.
I don't see it being my fault.
Okay, so what are you? What did the police do to piss you off?
It took something I bought last year.
They took something you bought last year.
Yep.
Those penis enlargement pills.
No, a scanner I bought for cars.
So you got a scanner. Mm-hmm. You bought it with your own money,
Yep.
and the police took it away.
Yep.
Wow.
Are you
It was
gonna
evidently the guy
elaborate
off
on the
Craigslist
story?
Stole it.
They stole it.
Yeah.
Well, you're in Texas. You should be able to get a posse together and just. Isn't that right?
I can't talk about that right now.
It still hurts, I guess. It still hurts.
Tow his police car.
Huh?
Why don't you go tow his police car?
What about you, Almighty? What pissed you off
I
last
think today my professor pissed me off.
week? What did he do?
She.
Oh, I'm
Yes.
sorry. See,
She
talk
gave
about
us.
racist right
She
here.
gave us a
Sexist right
little. Well, that's sexist.
here. Yeah, I am. I'm
Okay.
definitely sexist.
Anyway, I had a little quiz
Mm-hmm.
from a book that I had only partially read, and but the answers seemed to be right, and of course the answers were apparently all wrong. And I said I could back this up based on the story.
Okay.
And because now I finished reading it.
Of course.
And she was like, no, you're not basing it on da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, if you look at it with like this way, if you come at it from a different approach, then yes, you could say that those answers are right. And she was like, nah. So I got a 0 on my first test.
Wow.
But she says she's going to drop
I've
the lowest
never
grade.
felt something that bad.
Well, she said she's going to drop. It was only a one question, multiple. It was one question, and I had to name 3 things. That was
Who
it.
wrote the book, when it was wrote, and who published it?
No.
Was it one
It
of
was
like
it was
1980 kind of books or something like that?
Well, I think it's a lot older than that because it was written by Henry James, whose brother, William James, is the father of modern psychology and the theory of psychology that is known as functionalism. And William James just so happened to be one of my favorite philosophers and psychologists. But his brother, Henry James, wrote a lot of books that are very hard to understand. And it's just, ugh. So, but I sat there and read it, and I said, based on what I wrote, I'm right.
It's a matter of opinion, right?
Right. Mine's the only one that counts.
Absolutely, because you're the almighty one.
I am. Yeah. So anyway, all right. Well, I think that is going to conclude this week's episode of the Wonder Twin Powers of Hate. I look forward to seeing Josh on the video game so I can kick his ass again.
Is that true?
Black Ops 2, dumb nuts.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. I'll break out my noob tube and kick your ass.
If you think so.
Well, I do.
Maybe
got
there should be a match-off game,
match off game.
Yeah,
right.
on the internet.
Yeah, quick
You
scopes.
Quick scopes.
Yeah.
I've actually gotten better at that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
Don't be
believe it.
saying,
See,
"Oh
I
yeah," like in a sexy tone to me, okay?
He sounded like he really wanted you right then and
Yeah,
there.
it's like, oh, the
We
Almighty is
all know
beefy.
you're mad because your Cialis pills quit working, so.
I don't need Cialis. That's what I got an Asian woman for. She loved me long time and 4 time on Sunday.
Wow, it increased from 3 to 4 now, huh?
Yeah, well,
that quickly, right there.
It'll be 4 this week. Come Monday morning, she'll be like, I can't walk.
Does she listen to your shows?
Oh, yeah. But I took all the rolling pins away, so she has nothing to hit me with.
She has frying pans, doesn't she?
Yeah, but she don't know where they are because she no cook.
Oh,
She
man.
microwave everything.
Look, the second woman that doesn't cook. Second Asian woman.
No,
that does
she
not cook.
cooks. She
Okay.
cooks. She cooks a good steak. I have to give her that.
Oh, wow.
She doesn't cook Asian food all
Yeah.
that much.
Yep, she cooks until she hears this show.
Right.
Oh, man.
Well,
that
you
guy
know,
really
the pots
knows
and
you
pans are
well.
starting to collect dust on them now, so we haven't cooked in a while.
This guy really
Maybe that
knows.
should be my Wonder
Life
Twin power of hate.
beyond Wendy's and McDonald's.
Well, McDonald's has got my picture on the freaking wall.
For what?
Because I frequent that. I'm the almighty of the number 2.
Not the number 1 anymore?
No, I'm tired of the Big Mac. I need the quarter pounder with cheese. Maybe that'll make maybe some below my waist I can start getting quarter pound.
You just wish you were 1/16 of a pound.
Oh, no, I know I'm 16th of a pound. I just know that once I hit 40, my balls started going south, my stomach started going south, my legs started going south. The only thing that hasn't started going south is my dick. I always used to think that was the center of my universe, and now it has become that. It has literally gone into the center of my universe. So anyway, it looked like turtle heads coming out of shell. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. They don't tell you that when you get fat, that starts to go right around your dick, and
Yeah. That makes sense.
that would be the best thing for me to lose weight, just to say that my dick would get bigger.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you can actually literally say it's actually growing bigger.
Yeah,
it's not an innie, it's an alley now.
Right. Yeah. It's just like my belly button right now is an innie. All right. Well, thank you, Josh, for being a part of the Wonder Twin Powers of Hate, and we look forward to you next time on the Almighty One Show.
Have a good one.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. He was very distracted. Didn't he?
Yeah, I think he
he
had
was
something
very-
going on in the background.
Yeah, I'm sure
Some
he was
TV
really
and-
getting something, you know?
No.
No? Because he was very quiet and then he was like, oh, yeah.
You know what we got to get you to do? We need to get you like in like a really sexy voice. There's a thing I do, a tradition. All the women who call my show or on my show have to say in a real sexy voice, "Oh, Almighty One." And we definitely need to get the newest co-host to do it
We can try that.
in a little sexy Asian voice.
Asian voice? Yeah, that is a no, but I can do it sexy.
Okay, let's hear
Okay.
this.
The almighty, mighty, mighty one. Oh, yes. How's that?
Almost.
Was that pretty?
That
It's
was
getting there.
almost.
It's for a
getting
first
there.
try,
There's
you know.
some tingling going
Yeah.
on.
I promise you next time it'll be a little better. I'll get there. But I figure I emphasize on the mighty because, you know, that's the most important one.
Yes, ladies, if you really want to know why I'm called the Almighty One. Anyway.
Give us a call at 813-235-0644 and find out.
All right, well, we're going to go back to why it is apparently dangerous to have sex in Florida. Apparently, there's a woman named Barbara Hall. Apparently, got put in jail for cooking spray sex.
Cooking spray
Like
sex.
Yep. Apparently, she was lubed up, then locked up. Yeah, she had that spray-on thing going on. You've heard of spray-on tan. Now we have
Yes,
spray-on
spray-on
lube.
sex.
Yeah, spray-on sex. Right.
See, that would be much more one of those selling marketing thing where if you go and sell on spray on sex, that would be really, really a good hot sell. You know, you don't have to need a man. You don't need a dildo. You don't need.
Well, that's why you guys
anything.
got Bob.
No.
I bet you got about 5 or 6 Bobs in your house. Let me ask you a question, because one thing always puzzled me about women.
Go ahead, right?
They
ahead.
always sat there and say that we don't last long enough, our dicks aren't big enough, they're not wide enough, blah, 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 blah. But then
never
they make
enough, let's just
dildos
say
that
that.
are 14 inches long and
Yeah.
about 7.5 inches wide. What kind of pussy fits that into? I mean, could you
an alien
really-
pussy.
Yeah, well, you know, I know babies come out of there, but I mean,
Yeah.
seriously, I mean, do you girls honestly need something that big and that wide?
Not me.
Not you.
Nah, I'm gonna confess, not me. I'm happy with my little boy. I know it is so depressing to be sad, but it's the truth. I'm really satisfied with the one I have.
Yes, the very little boy.
Yes, the very little boy.
You know, the word man and little shouldn't be like I don't know. You've ever
That's why I
seen
call
your
him a
man
little
piss
boy.
before?
Yes, I have.
I
all
swear
the
to
time.
God, my wife, when I first, and every women are just fascinated about watching a man.
It is.
I don't know what it is about
Because
men.
it's a
You know,
penis right
that
there.
whole hose that comes out or
Yes.
whatever. But you know what?
Yeah.
And you know, it's kind of funny because I had one woman say to me, and that was my wife.
Mm-hmm.
She says, "Oh, isn't that's you know, something about
It's
being
so
little
cute.
cute,
Yes, it
little and
is.
cute."
It
And
is
I'm like,
adorable.
no, little in describing a man's cock. It's
I
just in
know,
the
it's so
same. No, it
self-
shouldn't be put into the same sentence.
I
You know.
I know. It
It
really
looks
hurts
like a
your
little. No, that's what she
self-esteem,
said.
I know.
It looks like a little fire hose. No. Little and my dick shouldn't be in the same sentence. Okay.
No, it's not about the size. It's about how you work it.
Yeah,
Okay?
that's what they
See, if
say.
you know how to work it, the size,
Uh-huh.
you know, the
Yeah,
size just really doesn't matter.
That's what they say, but we all know that's wrong.
Maybe for you.
No, I definitely have no problems in making
See?
it work. So
See?
you know, they say it's not the length, it's not the size, it's how you can how many times you
Exactly.
can make the pie rise.
Exactly. That's
How
exactly
many
the
children?
truth. Not the
I
children.
guess the Mexican doesn't have any problem with that, you know. Asians
not with
too.
that
Y'all
girl.
have 7 children living in the
Oh
same.
yeah. But that's because we use our children and make them our
Forced
slaves.
labor.
Yes,
Yeah.
see?
It's like kind of like Star Trek with the Ferengi, you know.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Yeah, well, there's this group of alien race called the Ferengi. You have to look this up.
Okay.
And the Star Trek, they have rules of acquisition.
Okay.
Okay, treat your family. I can't remember what it was, but it was like something about exploiting your family.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the Asian, most of them that I understand and know it, yeah, they kind of exploit their children.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're just kind of like, they have,
It's like Bill Cosby once said, Asian women, they have their children, they're in the field doing the little rice, and they have their children, blah, cut the cord, and they're right next to them, they're doing their
yeah. And then they teach the older one to teach the younger one to teach the younger one. So the parents were pretty much set. They have their own little football field of children to take care of the house and clean and cooks and everything. And they don't even have to do anything else. Just make sure, I don't know what the parents really do after they have all the kids all well trained and taken care of.
Well, sex is obviously out of the question.
No, they still have sex. Trust me, I was just amazed.
But apparently, this Florida woman was fine with bringing in olive oil and even Pam cooking spray. Now,
Ham cooking
what
spray.
kind of fucking... This woman looks like a bloated ham to begin with. So I guess that's why we needed the cooking spray, okay? Into the bedroom.
entice
brings
her.
Pam.
Appetite.
Because, that's the redneck freaking KY jelly shit, okay? And brings Pam into the bed and the cooking spray, Pam. And her boyfriend brought up former fling... hold on. Florida woman was fine with bringing olive oil and even Pam cooking spray into the bedroom, but when her boyfriend brought up his former fling, Pam, she wasn't having it. Apparently, Barbara Hall, who is 60, I guess that's why we need the Pam, and her 45-year-old boyfriend, who was probably hitting her up for what little money she didn't have, to go into the kitchen for some sexual lubricant. Yeah, because that's the first place I go to look for my lubricant, the kitchen.
Well, they do have a lot of oil in the kitchen.
Well, that may be true. I
may be
mean,
very
it's probably all left over from frying up the chicken the night before, Yeah, I like my lubricant with chunks
some
of
liquid
chicken because, everything once it's put in grease tastes like chicken.
Yeah, finger licking good kind of thing, too.
In fact, my cat I had last night tastes like chicken. And my name is
little
Bubba.
dog
I
was
love
chicken.
my chicken, Bubba. So anyway, Barbara asked if he had also brought the Pam cooking spray. Apparently, Barbara believed the victim misunderstood what she had said and commented on a girl named Pam, apparently a former girlfriend. Because Pam was covered with Pam. And apparently Hall allegedly flew into a violent rage, probably on the rag, punching her boyfriend repeatedly and then chucking the olive oil bottle, a keg cup, and a flashlight at his head. She told cops that she had no recollection of the assault.
Oh, just
Okay,
so happened she
now-
forgot.
Now,
And
you
she
have
doesn't know anything about it.
an olive oil bottle, a keg cup, and a flashlight in the bedroom.
Kinky
What
stuff.
the hell were you trying to do? Excavator pussy or something like that? I mean, was it like, hello? It's like freaking taking a tour of the Grand Canyon or something? I don't know.
Hey, there's some crazy stuff out there. There's like people that are interested in balloons and they get really aroused by balloon popping. This was
I don't
one
want
of
to
the-
hear about your sex life.
No.
So, yes, this is another reason why we should not have sex in Florida.
No, I think you don't have sex in Florida because of Pam, not
Right.
not because it's in Florida.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
There's this woman named Jody Arias. I think I reported on her. Boobs, anal sex dominate a day 10.
This is the 10th day already?
Apparently, day 10 of Jody Arias' first-degree murder trial in Phoenix, Arizona, highlighted some of the defendant's sexual preferences and a boob job she got prior to meeting the man she is accused of killing. A testimony regarding Arias' sex life and breast surgery was delivered by her ex-boyfriend, Daryl Brewer, a 52-year-old divorcee with a teenage son. Brewer testified that he met Arias in 2001 when she was about 22 and dated her for about 4 years. They were in love. Yeah.
Everything's about love.
Yeah, because you were 48 years old and you found some bitch who would actually go into bed with you that was half your age. Maricopa County Prosecutor Juan Martinez. Do you have any ID, sir? Because you are in Arizona. We need to prove that you're legal. Are you legal? Are you legal? Are you legal? Legal. Asked Brewer whether he told investigator that Arias was pretty aggressive during sex. Brewer said that he didn't recall the statement, but acknowledged having anal sex with Arias. You know what is it? What is it with anal sex?
I don't know.
I
don't understand it either.
I couldn't do it.
Why not? Have you tried it?
I'm afraid to.
Oh, well, see, if you've done it and then you'll be like, oh, that sucks, that's one thing. But to be afraid of it, you
Oh,
never
that's
know.
not. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not afraid of it. Okay.
Well, you just said you were afraid.
No, I didn't say I was afraid. I said I'm afraid to do it because I'm just
Why?
afraid of what might be up there.
Oh, there's nothing
I
up
don't want to
there.
come in there white and go out black. But you
nothing
sound
up
like
there.
you've had a few hints up the Hershey Highway.
I had it once.
Once.
Yeah, and then I realized it was just nothing that big of a deal. But there is one thing where, like, if you go up the anal because of all the nerve endings in there, and then you like stick it in there for some strange reason, it's extremely arousal.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, you have to give it a try. I'm serious.
Is that an offer?
For your wife, absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
She'll like to see you scream and squirrel all night long.
Just
You
trying to be
never
a squirrel, trying to get a nut, right?
Yep. You're the crazy nut.
Right.
You're the sucker too. No. I heard that on what was it? One of those movies, or I forgot where I heard it. But what was that movie where it was like a road trip with this guy? He was going through like with the river, and it was really one of the movie. And then he somehow got into a doctor's office, and the nurse saw him as somebody else and didn't recognize who he was supposed to be, and he wasn't supposed to be the patient or something. And then she says, I'm going to give you anal probe. He was all happy because she was very sexy, but then didn't realize that she was going to stick it up his butt. And then when she did stick it up his butt, he really, really enjoyed it. That's where the information's coming from. And then toward the end of the movie, he actually ended up being with the nurse, and he really...
That's why I'm afraid of getting my prostate checked, because I'm afraid I might enjoy it.
Yes.
Have you ever seen the hands on some of these guys?
They're big. Like your hand. Look at your almighty hand, right?
What man decides, I'm going to check up other guys' asses for a living? I mean,
I
I
don't think it
have
was
never seen a
intentional.
woman proctologist.
Which is awesome
ever.
if there was one, because
Okay.
then I'm sure you guys will just bend
as
over.
the old joke I like to say, guys, of course, know how to be proctologists.
Yeah.
Because they know how to do the three basic things.
What's that?
They know how to operate the rubber glove. Okay?
Okay.
They all know how to say this will only hurt for a second. They all know how to leave a gooey mess and walk out the door, you know? So, I mean, it's just...
okay,
you see
those
some of the
points,
hands
good
on these
taken.
guys?
Yes,
I mean,
they
are you
are
sure that's
big.
their hand up there, you know?
Yeah. Well, my husband's hands are really big. They're actually bigger than yours, I think.
Well, I got thick hands.
You do. You have very,
Very
thick
thick
hands.
hands.
Yeah, you do. But
You know what they say about guys with thick hands?
Yeah, very,
They come
very
up short
90s.
somewhere. Anyway.
you just sold yourself out, okay?
Hey, you know, if I can clown on somebody else, I can clown on me too, you know?
Okay. But
I mean,
no,
you were clowning on your short breasts earlier, so I
I
mean, you know,
did.
hey, whatever. It is what it is.
It's true.
You know?
I'm proud of my breasts, actually.
Well,
my
you
husband
know.
loves my breasts
Well,
because he's like, I don't want them any bigger. Any bigger, it's just too big, and it doesn't feel right. Just
Well, my last 3 girls, including my wife, I'd
Yeah.
gone from an A to a B to a C.
wow. You gradually went bigger and bigger. Okay.
Except, you know, when I got married,
Yeah.
like a few days before I was getting married, we had the rehearsal dinner.
Okay.
And we invited everybody, and unfortunately, that was a stupid mistake.
Uh-oh.
Because people were ordering things like alcohol, and our bill ended up being like
$10,000
$800 or something like that, you know?
Oh, gosh.
And of course, there's a 15% gratuity on
Of
that because
course.
we had more than 20 people.
Okay.
And the funny thing about it is that I made the biggest mistake and said, well, you know, the next time I do this, I'll make sure I learn my And I
Right.
went, oh, shit.
You didn't.
She's like, then the next thing I heard was, the next time? I'm like, no, I'm sorry. That's not what I meant to say.
Open mouth, insert foot.
Exactly.
Gobble, gobble,
yeah,
gobble.
Yeah, exactly. So I learned.
And you just shut up after that,
Right,
right?
exactly. It's just
Anymore,
like,
we just went to your
no,
knee.
What I meant to say is what we should have done was we should have made this a buffet and blah, blah, blah. And people
Right,
didn't
right,
like
right.
it, then they can get their own shit.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
And that's why we made our wedding non-alcoholic, because I wasn't paying for freaking people to get drunk. They want to
Yeah.
get drunk, there's the freaking bar right over there, and you can go
Absolutely.
get your own shit.
Right, right,
So,
right,
you know.
Was it a big wedding?
It was a fairly, 52 to 60 people I think we had.
Wow, that is
So,
pretty big, though.
We somewhere around there, and it was fun,
Mm-hmm.
and we actually got my mother and father to dance
Nice.
because they were divorced,
Oh,
and the
that
thing
must have
about-
been awkward for them.
Well, you know what it was is my mom. We didn't tell my dad, right? We
Right.
didn't tell my dad what we were doing.
Oh.
And I told everybody because I said, they're going to have a mother-father dance.
Okay.
And everybody was like, "Oh, that sounds." I said, "But Dad won't do it."
Uh-huh.
And his own mother said, "Yeah, he'll do it. He won't do it." My mother said he'll do it,
Uh-huh.
and everybody was like, "Oh yeah, he'll do it. He'll do it. He'll do it." And then when I told him about it, at the rehearsal, he's like,
Right,
"You
right.
need to get rid of the dance."
What?
And I went back up to my grandparents. I said, I told you. I said I
told
should have
you.
bet every one of you. And he said he wouldn't. And everybody
Yeah.
got on his ass and everything like that. And I'm
And
like,
that's why he went
this
to
is
the-
what my wife wants. And if
Right.
this is what my wife wants,
My wife
it
gets.
Exactly. Because
That's
I know.
an awesome
'cause-
husband right
right,
there,
'cause
man.
after the wedding, I ain't getting it anymore. So.
I need to make sure my
Right. So
wife
I need
is
to get it now,
satisfied.
whatever. So.
Get in some brownie points.
The funniest thing though was when she was talking about her getting her hair done.
Okay.
And getting herself all made up and
Of
whatever.
course.
And I turn around and says, I don't know why you're doing it. It ain't gonna help any.
Oh,
And I says,
you.
and all the relatives looked at me like,
You
what?
are
You are
so
dead. And I just turned around and says, yeah, you can't improve on perfection. and then I went, got you.
That is true. That
So-
was very good. Very
so
good.
yeah.
Very good
so,
comeback.
But yeah, it was.
Did she like it then when she heard that?
Well, I'd already said it to her once before,
Oh.
but now I said it in front of a crowd.
Yeah, yeah.
My only one I think knew that I was going to say something funny was my uncle, because he has a great sense of humor.
Of course.
My dad, nice guy, so most of the time, but he's
Very serious.
it's just like as my uncle put it, he turned 18, joined the military, and grew up and never became a kid again. I was like, yeah, so,
That's so unfortunate.
I had one of those military dads. You just spilled the milk on the table. The milk is arching in the air, hasn't even officially hit the table yet, and he's on me like a drill sergeant. He's like, "What can you not do? You can't even spill you drink your milk properly. What are you, some kind of baby? I'm like 5.
I was like, what do you expect? I can't even hold this glass. I'm that weak. No, my father was in the military, and he got some crazy stuff too. So I understand. Very, very strict.
Punishments are funny too. I don't know if you have children,
No.
but I'll tell you what, punishments are the funniest things in the world.
How's that?
Who comes up with these punishments? I usually send your kid to bed without any dinner.
I like that punishment. That's good.
What kind of punishment is that?
Why is that a bad punishment?
You're supposed to take care of your kid and nourish your kid and make him her and him grow up strong.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
punishment is you're not going to eat any food. That's okay, Mom. I didn't like your cooking anyway.
Oh.
Or
Okay, I can
the
see
other
the irony to that.
contradiction is, don't sit too close to the TV. You'll ruin your eyes. But then, back in my day, I lived in the era before the remote control.
Of course.
Of course. So get up and change the channel. And one of those old
Yeah.
TVs where we had 5 channels, and you're like, chun, 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 chun. Now we have to go to the UFHF,
dial
and then
knob,
the second dial.
Yep.
I'm so
Remember
used to
that?
watching TV now, standing up next to the TV with my head turned on, watching the program upside down.
Yes.
So
Yes,
because remote controls were made for single people. That's why married people had children, because so that you
They
can
can
be
make the
remote
children to
control.
go and turn
Right.
the channel.
And now I
The
have to wear
children must have
contact
remote control.
lenses, and I wear my eyes are all sucky,
Oh, what a shame. It's okay. You still look good.
I should be Asian.
Why?
Because most of you people wear glasses anyway.
We don't. We have really good eyes, surprisingly.
Well, you know what's funny is that my ex-fiance has glasses. Her sister has glasses. Her brother has glasses. Her parents have glasses. But her sister made herself made herself act like she couldn't see just so that she could look Chinese.
Are you serious?
That's what she
With
told
the
me. I was
squinting eyes and
yeah,
everything?
She pretended she couldn't see so she could wear glasses.
Oh my gosh.
I laughed at that.
Oh my
I
goodness.
had to laugh at that. And of course their names were even funnier too.
Of course.
Because
The
I
Ching
said,
and
I
Chong
said
and the
no,
Kling
no,
and
no,
Klang, no?
like my ex's name is Wei Ling,
Uh-huh.
and the brother's name is Wei Ting, and the
See, I
sister's
was
name is
getting
So
there.
Ling.
Yeah.
And I said, "How did you get those names?" Well, my mom threw the pan lid down the stairs.
See?
I started laughing.
That's a girl that has a good sense
Sense
of
of
humor.
humor.
Yes.
But so, I mean, you got to have some Chinese jokes.
Chinese jokes. Oh man, not on. You can't put me on the spot like that because I can't think that quick on my feet.
Would it be better if you were on your back?
Yes,
you know?
absolutely. If I was on my back, I would be able to do it. But right now, I'm right here saying,
Well, we get you laying on the floor. Go on.
but
you
then
know.
I can't see my face.
Well, nobody's looking at your face, baby. Get up and show them your ass.
No, it's okay. No. My little boy's the only one that sees my ass.
I didn't say you had to take your pants down.
That's true. I never thought of that. Okay. But no, funny jokes, Chinese. I'm sure there is. It's just I can't think of any right now.
So you haven't lived through any of the people that give you the Asian stereotype. Have you ever been confused as another race?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. When
Don't
I
you
go.
love that one.
Well, okay. So when I was in Cambodia, I had this guy that was tuk-tuk guy. He was like a taxi kind of thing, and then he goes over and he just automatically assumed I was Japanese, and he started saying "Konnichiwa," and I was just like, "Not me. I'm not that." And then, so I was like, "Okay." And then another time when I was on an airplane, it was like on a Korean airplane flying back, and they were speaking me Korean, and I was like, "No, I get the first one," because they were asking me which meal I want, and they just asked me in Korean and automatically assumed I was Korean. So I was like, "No, I just want the first one." But the reason why I was able to say the first one is because I already heard what she said to my husband of the first choice to the second choice. So I just said one, and then she's like, "Oh, okay, you're not Korean." So, but I don't have a lot of funny joke off of my head sometimes. Sorry. One of these days, I'll try it. Yeah, I'll get better because I'm slowly getting out of my shell. I'm usually very sheltered, very inside my home. I don't have a lot of stuff to really think about, and I
And
laugh
yet you
at
don't
people.
cook.
Yeah, and I don't cook.
Don't do
I'm
laundry.
a very no. I do laundry. I love.
You
laundry.
just said you didn't do laundry.
No, not the other
didn't
kind
have
of
the-
laundry. I don't have my own special laundry
Dry
shop.
cleaning
No,
and, you know,
yes,
the
yes.
big.
Yes, no, I don't have that. But I.
But
do
you
do
want
laundry.
one.
Yes,
It's
I
in
do.
your blood.
I really do. Because
Yes,
I
maybe
like
we
how
get
it's
the audience and the Almighty One to donate money to get you one of those things. We'll put
Yeah,
it
those
in the
things are-
basement.
Nah.
You can cook pancakes on
There's
it.
no basement in Florida, though.
Oh, that's true. I forgot. You know what?
Yeah.
I
Forget it.
screwed up my own joke.
Yep, yep.
Anyway, because people always say that. Well, you probably have a basement and you lock children up. No, this is Florida. We're 10,000 miles below sea level or whatever it is, so there's no basements in Florida.
But I do have
There's
a
no
joke.
gas stove too either.
No,
God,
well,
that
they do
pisses
have
me
gas stoves.
off.
Some places do have gas stove. But you're right. Gas stove is good.
Yeah, there used to be a billboard sign on I-75. It said 99% of cooks use gas. The other 1% cook sushi. I laughed at that. I thought that was so funny, and they took it down too. So whatever. But
I do have a joke. A
Okay.
Chinese joke.
Chinese joke.
Yeah, the one. So you know, this guy, he says, you know why Chinese people can't smile, laugh, and drive at the same time?
No.
Sucked.
No,
You
that
have to
was
see
good.
my eyes. You have to see my
my
eyes. For
eyes.
those of you guys who are not out there, you look at the eyes when you're smiling. You can't see
Can't
out of
sneeze and
those
drive
eyes.
either.
Yeah.
I'm tall.
Yes. So I have that.
Yes,
But my-
ladies and
my
gentlemen,
funny
the
joke-
Almighty One show.
Yes, one of the most blasphemous show on the air.
That's right.
Yeah. So, no, I did have another one that was very funny. I always like to tell people, okay, so here's another one that is funny that just happened this weekend. I I was helping my cousin out with my aunt, and they were going through hospital and stuff like that. And to them, they thought that I was another daughter because she had 2 daughters there.
Mm-hmm.
And then they came over and she's like, you can go out there and wait with your father and your sister out there.
Okay.
And I'm like, no, I'm sorry. I'm only a cousin. I just look like them, but we're not related. I was like, us Chinese people, we all look alike. We all look alike, but we don't.
Hey,
So that's
producer
the
guy, are you there? We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to get we're going to call up the traveling illegal alien, Manuel.
Yes, I would like to hear him.
Yes. So
That
we're
would
going to
be
get
fun.
him on the air, see where he is tonight, and see where we can find the people that are illegal that are hiding out.
Absolutely.
You're listening to the Almighty One. We'll be back in a short.
Screams you perform. please. Why don't we stay the night together, a crowd around the town, dancing with the children of the underground. Take me to your highest place and go real slow, because I want you to know if you come with me, then we'll leave very soon. Because I'm ready to drink your two-steps drive. There's something in the air tonight that's making me go wild. I feel the heat tonight. My body's aching from the chemistry we built inside. I'm soaking in your lust. Temptation seems to justify the sensitive to touch us. Walking elegantly through the night, the salt in my sweat. Now you're ready to be my seducing little pretty hair. This harbor's been said too much. There's no more fish in the sea. Now my life without your passion really seems to bother me. Why don't we talk about where we stay the night together, or spend the night alone? Take me to your highest place, go real slow, because I want you to know if you come with me, then we'll leave very soon. Because I'm ready to drink your two-steps drive. There's something in the air tonight. And if you come with me, then we'll leave very soon. 'Cause I'm ready to drink your two-steps drive. If you come with me, then I'll come with you. Oh, because I'm ready to drink your two-steps drive. There's something in the air tonight that's making me go wild. Oh, it's making me go wild, yeah.
And welcome back to the Almighty One Show.
The most blasted show on earth. I totally messed that up. Yay! 2 for the girl.
You're out. So anyway,
I'll try that again, okay?
We-
the
we-
most blasphemous show on the air.
yes. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get our segment, which we call the Traveling Illegal Alien.
Yeah.
Well, a little Hispanic guy is going to be calling him up from another city, and we're going to see where he's at tonight.
Okay, cool. This sounds like fun.
Oh, it's lots of fun.
I used to be one.
Lots of fun.
Run. Lots of fun. Funny.
His name is Manuel because we can read him like a manual.
Of course.
You know.
If
Call
he
him Manuel.
wasn't, then it wouldn't be fun.
Yeah, it wouldn't be fun at all.
No.
How we doing, Holmes?
How we doing, Manuel?
Hola,
Welcome.
¿Cómo está?
The Traveling Illegal Alien. Where are we calling you tonight?
We in New Orleans, baby. We got them Ramon Lewis jerseys, Holmes.
Awesome. Well, I'd like to have you meet my Asian persuasion, sweet or sour.
Hello.
How we doing, my broad?
I am great. Thank you very much. And how about you?
I'm pretty good, orderly.
All right. So Manuel, we're calling him in New Orleans today this week, and is the Mardi Gras going on, or is that past?
No, sir. Super Bowl, Holmes.
Super Bowl.
Gotta
Oh,
make
that's
that
right.
easy money.
Weekend.
I got T-shirts, Holmes. I
So-
got T-shirts.
Uh-huh.
I got headbands. I got whatever you need, Holmes.
You selling lemons and oranges too?
No. We progress,
Lemon
Broad Pat.
oranges.
Because they're always on the corner selling oranges. I don't know.
Orderly. That's at the Orange Bowl, though, Holmes. That's
Yeah,
at the
see,
Super Bowl.
good. I'm glad you said that.
Orderly.
We have to put him in. Here, I'm going to smack him in the head.
Yeah, go ahead.
Next time.
Smack me in the head.
There you
go.
I'm
See?
trying to be sour, but today I've
Right.
been sweet so far.
So far.
So
well,
far.
You know where are all now the Super Bowl, and I guess I got all you illegals over there. Where are you guys hiding out?
Orderly.
Where are the best hangouts for the illegal aliens over there?
Orderly. Anywhere they got Bud Light. Orderly.
Good answer. Very, very good answer.
So you have a hardship story you want to tell us?
Oh yeah, man. You know, I had to catch 7 buses to get here, Holmes, to New Orleans.
Why?
Okay, you can't even go through Arizona no more. All this immigration stuff going on, Holmes.
That's right, because
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
2 weeks ago you were in L.A., so yeah, that's right.
That's true. So how did you go around it?
That's okay. You can leave wherever I was. That's okay.
It's a hush-hush thing. We'll have to talk off air, okay?
Orderly.
So you have a hardship story for us, other than the bus?
Orderly. I had to catch 7 buses here.
7 buses.
Come all the way over here. 7 buses.
Wow.
Okay, and that's not easy, you know.
Of course.
Okay, I got 17 kids and 8 baby mamas.
Man, you're a stud. 8 big mamas right next to you, huh?
Man, God, you guys rented out the whole bus.
No, we stay in the 2-bedroom. Orderly.
Oh, but you didn't bring your family with you to the Super Bowl weekend?
No, this is a pleasure and business trip. First business. And later pleasure.
Trying to get some more BMWs, right? Big Mexican women?
Orderly. I like your style, JT.
So you do like big women's, huh?
Orderly. Of course, you know, big burritos. That's what we love. You know, and then
Oh,
plus big girls that can't run away.
yeah. Well, what's in your burrito, by the way?
I'm sorry?
What's in your burritos, by the way? Because don't you guys put beans and rice and stuff like that?
Orderly. We got beans, rice, lettuce. I mean, other stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure what it is.
Yeah. So because I'm Asian and you're Mexican, I'm obviously assuming that you're Mexican. So is your rice better than my rice?
Always.
What?
Always.
You did
Yeah.
not say
Who put
that.
You guys put eggs in the rice. Who puts eggs in the rice?
What's wrong with putting eggs in the rice? You know you need a little protein in there, man. It's better than those beans you
I'll
put in
give
there.
you orderly. I'll give you some protein. Orderly. you be sweet, sour, and milky. Orderly.
No, I think us Asian rice is much better than your Mexican rice. You
Well,
know?
you guys have white rice. They
No,
have
you're right.
brown rice.
No,
You
you
guys'
don't
rice
have
are
brown
burnt.
rice. No, your rice is all nice and yellow. Why is that?
Orderly.
Maybe they really like
That's-
Asians.
Yes, I know. Maybe you
that's
guys do
letting
like
us-
Asian rice.
That's following the roots that we knew we got the rice from the Asians, so we make it
See?
yellow.
Oh,
Make it yellow.
see,
Represent the
see. So
Asians.
how could you say
Exactly.
that your Mexican rice is better than our rice?
Why?
Yeah, because
Because
you
that's
already said
sazon.
you're
We have
following the roots.
sazon. You guys
Sazon.
don't have sazon.
Oh,
We have the sazon.
Oh, I got you. It does have a little bit of flavor with
The
sazon.
salsa. The salsa.
That's true. You
Orderly.
don't even know what sazon is?
No.
It's MSG.
I'm white. So
It's a Mexican MSG. That's really what it is. It makes everything taste so much better.
yes.
Orale. It's like hot sauce for black people. Or mayonnaise for white people.
Or the cock sauce for us Asian people. You know, the Southeast Asian people. The cock sauce. Do you know what the cock sauce
Yes,
is?
exactly.
Yes, exactly the same thing.
Cock sauce.
Hot sauce. Yeah.
Orale.
Yeah.
We back
I don't
to the
know. Maybe
protein.
we should get a fight going on.
We should have a cook-off.
Yeah, cook-off.
I
Asian
think-
rice
I
or
think
Hispanic
Asian rice is better. Well, considering you guys are following your roots, which is from the Chinese or the Japanese or Southeast Asian rice. You know, how bad can it
Mexicans
be?
get themselves into everything.
See, did you hear that? You get yourself into everything. You guys don't have your own rice.
Orale. I'm for all the cook-off. I just don't trust you guys enough to let you know where I am yet. We'll build the relationship and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I think
well,
that's a good deal.
Now that we know where most of the illegals are hiding, anywhere there's Bud Light,
Yeah.
I just want to let you know I've called the police and they're on their way.
Oh, gotta go.
Okay, take care.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was Manuel from the Traveling Illegal Alien. He is in St. Louis, or not St. Louis.
No.
what
Come
the frick
on,
the
New
fucking-
Orleans.
New Orleans,
How could
yeah.
you miss New Orleans, the funnest place on earth?
Because the Saints live there.
That's the reason
And the
why.
Kansas City Chiefs beat them.
Oh.
In fact, that was probably the only team we beat this past year.
So how is that better then? If
Well,
the
hey,
Orleans
the
is so
Saints were
insane.
coming in like, oh, yeah, we're going to go to the Super Bowl because
Yeah.
we got Drew Brees and
Yeah,
we're so big and bad. And here comes Kansas City Chiefs, beat their ass.
Let them know who's the boss and put them on their
Carolina
place.
are the only teams we beat this year.
Next year. They're always next year.
That's always next year, yeah.
Do you think it's because of the coaching that was not good? That's the reason why
there
that
were some
they didn't
problems
do
with the after the last game.
Yeah.
Lamar Hunt, the owner, just fired everybody.
So he started
got
from scratch?
The general manager's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Scott Pioli, he's gone, and he was the general manager. And then we had the coach was gone. All the coaching staff practically gone.
Wow.
We hired Andy Reid from Philadelphia, so we got him. So he's been to several playoffs. So hopefully we'll get into the Super Bowl. But
Yeah.
would you like to tell our adoring fans the phone number to the show?
Absolutely. It's 813-235-0644. 谢谢.
Shit, I know that one. I know shit.
And for those of you who don't speak Mandarin, it's actually 813-235-0644. Thank you. Call us.
awesome.
We will love you long time.
Unless, of course, except for those who can't handle a long time, a short time will work.
Yes. We would love to hear you and see what you have to say. Good things, bad things, it doesn't matter. We just want to hear you. Give us a call.
Yes, call up. Anyway,
Which, remind me, I really want to do this. I've been wanting to do this for a very, very long time. I see the show and I feel and I look at all this thing and it looks like paper. All this stuff behind me looks like paper. So I'm trying to figure out what is it. It feels so soft and so smooth, like a baby spot.
I got something soft and smooth for you to feel.
No, but it's
You can play with it long enough, it'll get long and hard.
So for you guys who's wondering what are these things back here, they're actually foam. And I was very shocked. I thought they were just paper.
Well, what they did, they put us in a padded room.
I see that.
Yeah.
So that the sound doesn't vibrate and
No, because
causes
we're
all-
crazy.
Oh, is that what it is? We're loud. We're
We're so
crazy.
crazy.
We're so crazy.
Well,
Okay.
Lego racism.
Okay, I don't believe that.
Yes, apparently Legos
Lego is
company
one of the.
is being accused of being racism because these Muslim Turks are complaining about Jabba the Hutt.
Jabba the Hutt looks kind of cute. Look like a piece of turd.
I don't really look at my turds, thank you very much. But
you should try. You never
Yeah,
know. You
well,
might find something very interesting, like a diamond ring.
Well, I can't say I've swallowed one of them.
Okay.
He
Something
kind of
else,
looks
yeah.
like a A sperm.
Yes, sperm, poop. They're the same,
No.
just in different
Well,
sizes.
no. Yeah. Well, one gives life, and the other one is
Getting rid
dead
of
life.
Dead
you know.
life. Yeah, no life. One is life. One is no life. Okay. So what about it?
Well, apparently,
Yes.
some Turks in Austria have lodged a formal complaint over Lego's Jabba Palace set,
Okay.
saying Lego is encouraging racial prejudice and perpetrating negative images of Muslims. The problem, apparently, is that Jabba the Hutt Lego Palace looks like a mosque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And not just any mosque, but Istanbul's great Hagia Sophia. Mm-hmm. That sounds like a perfume.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sounds like a very nice
We
perfume.
gotta do that. And another mosque in Beirut, Jami al-Kibel. Anyway, Dr. Melissa Gunness, something,
We're
General
gonna have to
Secretary
stop
of the
that.
Turkish Cultural Community. I didn't know that there was a Turkish cultural community.
I'm sure there's a lot of communities here that we just don't know about.
Confirmed that Lego had been contacted with an official complaint and that an Austrian toy store had removed the offending Lego sets. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Lego is quite offensive. Blocks that you put together. We have a phone call.
Woohoo!
Woohoo.
Hi.
I would like to talk to the attractive woman that is in there in the room there with you.
I'm here.
You are a very attractive woman. How are you today?
Oh, why, thank you very much. I'm very happy and laughing all the way.
Oh, I'm very sad for you. Why are you still in there? You should.
I know who this is. I know who you are.
Where should I be if I'm not in here? Hello?
Hello.
He's got nothing
Hello.
to say.
Hi.
We were having a phone connection problem.
Oh, okay. No, where would I be if I wasn't supposed to be here?
I don't know. I think you should try to be other rooms because
The other
you
The
don't,
other room. Now,
don't
she
seem to match the profile here and there.
yes, she doesn't.
You
She
know, the-
wants to be with the Almighty One, not the freaking
Like
Jabba the Hutt
that's
slob.
right there, and he's not attractive, and you're a pretty hot looking woman, and he's not.
He's
hot
only
looking.
saying that because he's never had an Asian woman.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, considering I'm just only pretty attractive, I think this is perfectly fine for Almighty because if I was very attractive, I'm sure he'll drop me like a
Higher.
ton.
I mean,
Because
it's
he
nice
had
to
the
look
best of the
attractive in
best.
front next to ugly people there like that, but it's okay.
Why would you want to leave the Almighty One show and go over to a show that is obviously
Because you're not that
perpetually
attractive. And look at
doesn't
you,
even
you're
have
fat
hold
and
a candle
ugly and
doesn't even hold
smell
a
bad.
candle to my show.
you're bad.
Okay, I have a hard time hearing because all I
Okay,
hear is like two
You
or
know
three
what?
words.
Get
so.
rid of your Walmart phone and try and call back when you actually have can afford a real phone. Call back when you have a real phone.
What is he talking about? Don't
I'm
get
so
this.
sorry.
One of my listeners wants to know, what have you swallowed?
There was liquor that I swallowed. I had hors d'oeuvres earlier. I had one of those Southwest rolls from Chili's
Yes,
And
because you
then-
like long
Well,
things that are long and
China,
cylindrical, right?
with some peanut butter on it. I really enjoy butter vagina.
We need to get rid of him off the phone, Mr. Producer Man. Thank you for calling the Almighty One show. Goodbye.
Nice
Anyway,
hearing from you. I thank you very much for the compliment.
see, this is you get people like him who have a second-rate show. Yeah, that's why you need to defend the Almighty One.
Oh,
You know,
but
with
see,
the
we
whole-
don't need to defend the Almighty because the Almighty is great enough. That doesn't need defending.
Exactly.
see?
So you should have said something. You should have said something like, "I like being here because he definitely Almighty."
Well, I did say something. I said because this is the Almighty. That I
Right.
did say something like
Right.
that. Hallelujah.
So anyway, what
Yes,
were we
the
talking
Legos,
about?
the
The
Legos.
Legos,
Yes,
right? We
yes.
got apparently Legos.
I have 2 comments.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1 comment: those Muslims needs to grow some balls.
Right. 'Cause
Like
they got-
huge, gigantic balls.
You ever watch South Park?
Yes, I do.
You ever
watch
see the
South
one
Park.
where they were doing the whole Japanese the toys and everything and the
No,
children?
I haven't seen that
That
one.
was it's an older episode. They were it was like that time with Pokemon, so they were making
Yeah,
fun of
yeah,
Pokemon,
yeah, yeah,
and they
yeah.
had these little Asian dolls that were coming out, and they were coming in, and they were what they really do is the dolls were training how to speak Japanese, so that the kids could get into plane, learn how
Yeah.
to fly planes and
Right,
bomb
right.
America or whatever like that or whatever.
Oh, no, I
and it
didn't
was
see
the
that
funny
one.
thing was is the American people were going into this Japanese company to complain, and they go, "You don't understand. You Americans, we have nothing over you. You have big penises. We over here have tiny penises." You know. Maybe that's what Muslims see. That's the problem. Maybe Muslims are so mad because they got
Really
tiny
tiny
penises.
I don't think it's the
They
penis
can't
itself, it's
compare
also
it
the
to
balls
the big and the balls. Yeah.
But then the other thing is, the second thing is, if I was a Muslim, right, and if somebody like Lego, I would take it as an honor. Like,
Exactly.
they actually appreciate my religion
I mean,
enough
Star
to
Wars
make it.
made every race available.
Yes,
Even
exactly.
Asians, you know,
yeah,
there
the
was-
Jews, the
there's
Asians, the I don't know what other.
Jewish is
religion-
actually a religion. It's
Yeah,
not really a race.
It's actually, no, there is. There's a race of Jews, and then there's actually a religion of Jews.
Dave Frank, we need
Yes.
you on the show to
That is
confirm
true.
this.
That is true. That's
Our
and then
resident
there's
Jew.
There's another one that was a religion and a race. Also, I can't remember what the other one was, but the Jew is definitely a race and a religion.
Well, I got corrected by Dave Frank, said the Jewish people is not a race, it's a religion, because Italians can be Jewish. Now,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there is a race of Jews
Yes,
because
there
you
is.
had the Jewish people that
that was going
crucified
through the
Christ.
Holocaust
yeah,
and
but,
stuff like
you know,
that.
So I'm like, who's to say what is what? I don't know. I
Right.
don't profess to know. But, Dave Frank, every time we have him on the show, I swear to God, I feel like I'm in an oven.
In an oven.
Yeah, every time I stand next to Dave Frank, I feel like I'm in an oven.
He's that hot,
Because
huh?
he's Jewish,
Oh.
So anyway,
But no, I'm just saying, if I was a Muslim, I would actually take it as an honor, as somebody who's like really appreciate my religion, to be able to think about that and make something that people can play with. Not as a disrespect. I think they're just a little too sensitive about that.
right.
I
Because
think-
we'll see what happens. They're saying that here's what it goes into. Apparently,
Mm-hmm.
a statement in German on the Turkish Cultural Community's website
Mm-hmm.
reportedly states that it is apparent that for the figure of the repulsive bad guy, Jabba, and the whole scenery, racial prejudice and hidden suggestions against Orientals and Asians were used as deceitful and criminal personalities, slaveholders, leaders of criminal organizations, terrorists, criminals, murders, human sacrifice. Yet you'll recall that in Star Wars movies, Jabba the Hutt is a corpulent, slug-like villain who enslaves Princess Leia and apparently forces her to wear that gold bikini that definitely got me through puberty.
Yeah. A lot of guys, that's for sure.
Yeah, uses a frozen Han Solo as an object d'art and tries to kill Luke Skywalker.
Right.
His palace is on the planet Tatooine. The George Lucas, which even funnier because George Lucas directed this film scenes of Tatooine in Tunisia, a predominantly Muslim nation. And Lego's Jabba's palace sets are close to the model of the Star Wars
Oh, that would
subsection.
make sense.
Yes. So perhaps George Lucas should be the focus of the Turk Muslims' anger, not Lego.
Right,
It's not
exactly.
Lego. Then this
The
is
Lego
thing.
was just
Legos,
following what
'cause
he
they don't
was
have
doing,
enough
that's
money.
it.
Yeah, they don't have enough money to go after George Lucas. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And what's even funny is Lego's even apologizing to this. We regret that the product has caused members of the Turkish culture community to come to a wrong interpretation, but point out that when designing the product, only the fictional content of the Star Wars saga was referred to. So it's just it's insane.
Sad. It's sad.
And these Muslims are always just complaining about everything. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. Da da da. Blah blah blah.
I thought the religion was supposed to be all about happy and be nice and kind. and all
There's
that stuff.
different references to the Muslim religions about what they're supposed to do and what they're not supposed to do, and it's just there's a lot of mixtures depending on what sect you belong to.
I'm sure that's true about with all religion too, because there's all different Christianities and different Buddhisms.
Well,
and
yeah, with Christianity, though, of course, you've got the Southern Baptists and the
Right.
regular Baptists, and then, of course, you've got Catholicism
Protestant.
and Protestant, yeah, is kind of a mixture in there. And then, of course, you've got
Calvary
the Greek Orthodox, which is,
Right.
you know, a version of Catholicism, but it's Greek instead
Right.
of Roman.
Right.
Because I'm Roman Catholic, even
Oh,
though
you are.
yeah, well, I don't practice it much. You know, I kind of like, I'm agnostic to the point where I believe that all religions have the same philosophy of be
Foundation.
nice,
Right.
you know, treat other people.
Most
you know,
most religion are like that. Yes.
some you can't drink wine.
Absolutely.
You know, the Catholics love our wine. You know,
Yeah.
I was gonna be Muslim one weekend, but they don't drink. Oh, screw that! I'm gonna be Catholic. You know?
And it's like,
Bravo.
very true. Very true. Very very good.
So what about you? Now I do know that I spoke to my son's aunt, and she said her family celebrates an ancestralist. Are you familiar with that?
I would, if I had to guess, it was just something about within the generations before.
Yeah, they
but
say
that's- I wouldn't know what
they
it is.
celebrate their ancestors.
Ancestors, yeah.
as part of as a religion.
No, I did not know that was a
Yeah.
religion. Is that new?
I don't think it's new, but it might be in certain parts of China that, because I know there's several. I know the major dialects of China is
Mandarin.
Mandarin and Cantonese, but there are several sub-dialects
Absolutely.
as well.
Yes.
You know, and so I believe they might have lived in one of those sub-dialects
Mm-hmm.
where, you know, something like that was celebrated. Now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Taoism and Confucianism is
Mm-hmm.
two of the major religions in China.
And Buddhism too.
And, that's
from
right,
my
and
under-
Buddhism.
But then
I thought Buddhism was mostly a Japanese thing, though.
no, it's a lot of Chinese people that I know of. We believe in Buddhas and stuff like that. But Southeast Asia for sure, Buddhism. But China, I think I remember hearing somebody said something about because of Mao Zedong was going
Right.
through the revolutionary, so he basically killed most of the religion there.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not really much of a real religion. When we were in China like 2 years ago, we were talking about religion because they do have all the mythical creatures that they have, and they have a lot of temples and stuff like that. But when you ask them about religion in particular, they don't really talk about like, oh, this is a faith we believe in or anything like that. It was just kind of like, well, it's there, but we're just not crazy about it. We're all about science because Mao Zedong.
And massage parlors.
Yeah, foot massage and stuff
Happy
like that.
endings.
I don't know about the happy ending. I haven't found one yet. So, but that's what I understand of China. But Southeast Asia, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you could make a lot of money
Buddhism.
working in a massage parlor.
Oh yeah, I
You
would.
probably could.
I did. I was a massage therapist at once. See, I can
I don't
see
know
your
whether
eye
to believe
twinkling
you
now.
or not. I'm just like, okay. You actually got me on that one. Welcome to massage parlor. You will lay on table.
Come to my palace.
We give you happy ending. No, but did you really work in a massage parlor?
No,
No, I didn't think so. Yeah, you know.
no massage parlor.
I'm a little bit gullible sometimes, so you know, I might be almighty, but sometimes I'm gullible.
but to be fair, I was a massage therapist.
Mm.
But I wasn't in a massage parlor because I worked at the chiropractor office. So,
I see.
yeah.
So
That was
you didn't follow the footsteps of most Asians and become some sort of nurse?
No,
the
or
field.
teacher or
Well,
engineer. Like my father, he always wanted to be. He's like, you grow up, get good grades, and do good stuff, and you'll become an engineer. And that was his big word. That every single time when he
His
was
big
like,
English word?
yeah, English word was engineer. Be an engineer. I was like, okay, Dad. And then what do I happen to be?
My plans are I'm going to marry rich guy. Get citizenship.
Hey, the citizenship I did on my own. I didn't. I did. I did the whole test. I went to the little service where not inauguration. I don't know what they call it. Where they sworn you in as a citizen and everything.
Right.
So I did do that all myself.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
And you can do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh my gosh, yes I do, but I can't remember it now because it's been so long since high school, elementary school, or what? Middle school that they made us do the Pledge of Allegiance. High school, I don't remember they made us do the Pledge of Allegiance anymore.
should remember your Pledge of Allegiance.
I
You're
should.
American now.
I'm not proud. I'm very bad.
Very bad.
Very
Very
bad.
bad.
Very
we need
bad,
to
very
put you over
bad.
my knee and
Spank you.
yeah,
No. I'll make sure that my husband will spank me tonight, so that way.
I'll make sure I
you
get him to paddle. You know, it'll be the almighty paddling. I wonder if he's watching.
No, he's tired today.
He's tired?
Yeah, he went to sleep. He's been traveling, and so he just got over a cold. And because of the travel, and he actually never really stopped and went to work and right away. So he just really never got to rest. Therefore, he's very tired, and he went to bed.
I see.
Yes.
Okay. See, I you know, it's funny because I always go to bed with my wife.
That's awesome.
You know, and it's the one thing I've always been I learned on my own.
Yeah.
A woman will not sleep alone forever.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine? You know,
Sleeping alone?
you,
I
you
sleep
have
alone.
you actually have a husband. You know, you want him to come to bed with you.
Sometimes.
You know, well, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just because after they've been with me, they can't sleep alone.
Yeah,
I don't
well,
know
you
what it
are
is.
the Almighty One,
Exactly,
so
you know.
you have to. You
Right.
have that big influence.
Right,
So.
right.
So you're the exception of the rule.
Exactly.
It's not the same
But
thing.
you haven't been in bed with me yet, so we're gonna have to fix that.
You have to pick it up with my big guy first.
Well, that's
You
all
might
right.
be-
I can
you
probably
might be
pay him
mighty-
enough.
You might be mighty one.
The
but-
almighty bank account.
You might be Almighty One, but he's still my boss.
Oh well, we got this one guy
Yeah?
who was in the contest with me a couple weeks ago to try and get on 102.5 The Bone for the radio announcer thing, and he was like, "Who's the chick? The
that
chick." For those of you who have tuned in and haven't been in here since the beginning of the show, Dane, she is this sweet or sour. We call her sweet or sour.
Because I could be sweet at one moment, or you're a fucking sour. But I couldn't do the sour yet. One day I will get the sour right. Wait until I get my PMS, then I'll be the sour.
Yeah. So yeah, we have sweet or sour on the show because you know you should yell at him. What's the matter? You haven't been watching show?
Yeah, why are you not on the show, and why have you not called here yet, Dane?
Yeah, Dane. We
Is that
got
how
the
you
number
do it?
flashing
Yeah.
across
You
the
know,
screen.
the number is 813-235-0644. You can call us.
Yeah.
And you can bitch me out and see who has a better bitching match.
Yeah, this one I got to see. And in this corner, weighing in at 225 pounds, standing approximately 6'3", coming in as Dane the Pimp Perillo, and standing at a paltry 5'7", weighing 96 pounds when she's totally soaking wet and her nipples are hard. We have Sweet or Sour.
Come on, it would be nice to hear somebody from you. Call the show. Talk to us.
Yeah, talk to us. Call
Yeah,
show.
bitch me
You know,
out.
bitch me. How
We
many
love
vowels?
you long time.
Wait a minute. What is this? How many vowels are in Asia? INPMS? Asian. Oh, he spelled it wrong. Asian PMS. How many vowels are in Asian PMS?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So far, I can read 5.
5. Mm-hmm. So that's how many.
Am I missing it?
I don't know. There's
Or
got to
maybe
be a
6
joke
billion.
somewhere. Well, why don't tell you what, Dane? Why don't you call into the show and then you can talk to us about it? Right, call in exactly.
I'll type faster when it's like right in front of me.
You could have turned it around.
Yeah, it's all right. This is
So.
much more fun
Yeah,
because
so
it is the Almighty's computer.
the Almighty's computer,
yeah,
right?
But anywho, are you friends with this guy Dane?
We talked a little bit. He has a show in Brooksville on the terrestrial radio, so
Oh.
maybe
So I'm
trying
sure
to get
he's
into
listening.
there. Yeah, he said he'd listen. So, because I did my whole spiel while I was up there on the show, I was like, I was telling Cowhead, I was like, We should do like a heavenly Satan type show. You know, I could be the heavenly, and you could
and
be
he'd
the
be the Satan.
because he's cowhead, and of course,
that would make sense.
yeah,
because
I
of
was
the
like,
horn
he's
and
like, let's
everything.
do it, right? So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
started
yeah,
going in. Ladies and gentlemen, you allow me to introduce to you the force of nature, the rolling boulder, the edge of the razor, Mr. Heavenly Touch, the one, the only one, the almighty one. With me today on the show will be my co-host, the Prince of Perversion, the master of the mic, Cowhead. And I was like, I got off the stage, and
That
everybody was
sounds
like,
awesome.
everyone was like, dude, if you don't get this, there's something wrong with them.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
You know, I keep getting told I got a face for radio, so it's
A beautiful face for sure.
very beautiful face. Santa Claus. See?
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Claus.
Jesus Claus. Yes.
Or Santa Christ. Next
Santa
year I'm going to be
Christ.
Santa Christ.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll alternate.
Yeah, we'll alternate.
Yep,
One
yep,
year's
yep.
Jesus Claus and
Yep.
next year's Santa Christ.
Yeah.
And we'll be Buddha Christ.
Well, Buddha did have a beard and a long hair and everything too.
Oh, Buddha was bald and fat.
No. There's actually very different kind of
Get
Buddhas.
in my belly.
No, there's actually very different kind of Buddhas out there.
Oh.
So it's not just one big fat belly. There's actually the skinny Buddha, the fat Buddha, the sleeping Buddha, the
Fake Buddha.
Yeah, the medicine master
He will
Buddha.
eat your rice alive. Anyway,
and it's Chinese rice, by the way.
Chinese rice, which is better than Mexican rice.
Yeah, because there's no such thing as Mexican rice.
Rice, baby.
Rice is
Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, yeah, but coming up at the top of the hour,
Yes.
we're going to be interviewing this woman. Lovely book. I read this.
The Ultimate Green
The
Room.
Ultimate Green Room, and it talks about stand-up comedies and their crafts. It was
that
which
must be
I'm
hard.
hoping. I don't know if I did not email this thing to him. Unfortunately, I forgot to do it. But
Uh-huh.
you know, if you do go to facebook.com/The Almighty One Show, I believe that's on there as well. But I'm not sure. But
There's
you know,
somebody at the door.
there's somebody at the door. No, nobody at the
Oh.
door.
There's a ghost in this
Yes,
studio.
his
How-
name is George.
Yeah.
No, my family has a ghost. His name is George. It's my turn this week.
Oh, really? So how did you know that his name was George?
My grandfather told me.
Oh.
Grandfather Almighty.
Okay.
Grandfather one.
Yeah, there's no. What would that make him then? If you're the Almighty.
The Great Almighty.
Oh,
There.
or the Grand
Almighty. There you
That's
go.
much better.
And then we got Father and Mother Almighty.
Of
and,
course,
you know,
of course. But they're not the same as
that's
the Almighty one.
Right, exactly. Because
So-
I'm Almighty, and there's one of me.
Of course.
Of course, with all
Well,
this
you
fat,
know.
you can make two.
Yeah.
So at the top of the hour, we're
Yes.
going to have Barbara Corey. We're going to call her up. We're
Okay.
I'm going to try to ask some questions.
Yeah.
And if you feel like you want to step in on it, you know, great.
Sure.
If not, just listen in.
I will.
And everything like that. But we're going to take a quick 5-minute break, and when we come back, oh, wait a minute, hold on, we have a call.
We do?
Yeah, caller, your name?
Yeah, it's Dane.
Dane.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Hey, how are you doing there, lady?
I am happy and alive because the Almighty One is right next to me.
Well, you haven't met the Great Dane yet, so
Is
if you're
that what
sitting
it
next
is?
to the Almighty One, you're dealing with the big dog here, you know.
Yeah, well,
But
with a name like
she's
Dane.
loyal. She's loyal.
Oh,
to the
loyal?
Almighty.
No, that's not fun.
Yeah.
But I guess that's a good thing. I mean, it's not, you don't see that a lot in this day and age, really, do
Because
you?
the Almighty can train a dog, so.
That's true.
Did I just... I think I should be insulted considering he just called me a dog.
I know. What's that all
Then
about?
there goes that loyalty out the window.
Well, do you have
call you a
children there,
dog.
Miss
because you can
Sweet
train
Sour?
a dog and she's loyal.
Oh,
Well, no, she's
okay,
loyal to
so-
the Almighty One.
yeah.
He's the dog. You can train a dog.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about me when you said you can train a dog. And
Well,
I'm
you know what they say about a dog. The penis actually grows inside of him, so.
That's true.
You know.
That is
I
true.
know.
I did not know that either. I'm just going to agree.
I learned that
because-
from the dog on Family Guy.
Well, he's the Almighty, so I believe that everything he says is true and is all correct because he's the Almighty. So I will
He's
not
a
disagree.
bee. So no children, just a dog? He's got a dog and a husband and all that good stuff?
I have a cat, no dog. My dog passed away 2 years ago.
That's hot.
Yeah, see, only the Almighty thinks dying dead dog is hot.
Right. Well, Dane, I'm glad you called the show. I'm glad you're enjoying it, but we do have to get on a break. We have an interview coming up at the top of the hour. Barbara Corey, who wrote The Ultimate Green Room, who interviewed a bunch of comics and how they got into the business and everything like that. Good book. So we're going to have to let you go so we can go on break.
Sounds fair.
Okay.
Thanks for calling.
Thanks for calling.
I'll keep listening and try to figure out how the hell I fit into this mess. I gotta figure that out.
No, I'm glad to hear from you. So.
All right. Awesome. The great Dane Parillo.
Ciao.
All right.
Ciao. Take care.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back at the top of the hour, we're going to get Barbara Corey on the air and talk to her about her book, The Ultimate Green Room. We'll be back in a short.
Later.
Special reason for this little love for me. Only because who was there and me were living life to the fullest while we still got the time. Can't think of anybody else we'd rather spend it with than you were looking fine tonight. You got a glow that makes you shine so bright. Let's take the time and lay it on the line for you. Still got the time. Can't think of anybody else I'd rather spend it with than you were looking so fine tonight. You got a glow that makes you shine so bright. Let's take the time and lay it on the line for you. So close the curtains when it starts to the light of the sun goes shining. Time. Can't think of anybody else I'd rather spend it with than you were looking so fine tonight. You got a glow that makes you shine so bright. Let's take the time and I'll lay it on the line for you. Let's take the time and I'll lay it on the line. You got a special reason for this little rhyme. All I know is that you will be mine for good. my face from the sun. Keeping my pace as I walk through the shade. No one can see me, their eyes turn away. Then you stop me in my tracks. I looked at you, making your way in my life that day. You caught me on the run. All I wanna call you is anything you wanna be called. My lady, my sweet baby, you're the one. And everything seems to be easier when you're with me. So I will call you darling from now on. Listen to your words as they danced across your lips. Voice was kinda shaky, but some meaning stayed with me. How much more can you give me? I'll take anything you want to throw my way. All of my life never seemed so right. You brought me to my knees. All I wanna call you is anything you wanna be called. My lady, my sweet baby, you're the one. And everything seems to be easier when you're with me. So I will call you darling from now on. Seems to me your gleaming smile is all I ever need. I will always tell you that I love you, babe. Even when the skies turn gray, you make the blue every day. So maybe, baby, you're the one for me. I'll always want you to stay. All I wanna call you is anything you wanna be called. My lady, my sweet baby, oh. Everything seems to be easier when you're with me. So I will call you darling from now on. Yes, I will call you darling all night long.
And welcome back to the Almighty One Show, ladies and gentlemen. And we have me, and we have Sweet or Sour.
Hello.
Hello. And we are going to be getting Barbara Corey on the phone in a second here, where we're going to interview her for the book that she wrote called The Ultimate Green Room. 100 stand-up comics talk about their learning their crafts. She's going to talk about how she wrote the book, and we're going to try to answer some general questions. I somehow lost my notes, but that's okay. I can go off the cuff on this.
He can wing it.
I can wing it,
He
like
has
Buffalo.
his buffalo.
Oh my God, were you about to say the same thing?
No, I wasn't intentionally, but I heard you go buff, and then I just went buff.
Yeah. Well, today I learned animals in sign language.
Oh, cool.
Or actually cities in sign language, and I think one of them was
City in
Buffalo Wing or something. Buffalo?
Oh.
Something like that, whatever.
You think that would be like the same thing if you would go to and say buffalo wings and they'd actually know?
Yeah, well, there are some cities that are actually just as the same.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, it seems we have Barbara on the line.
We do indeed.
Barbara, thank you for calling the Almighty One Show. Today, we have a new co-host. Her name is Sweet or Sour.
Hello.
Hi.
So she did not have a chance,
Happy to be with you.
Happy to hear your voice.
Thank you.
Well, she didn't have a chance, unfortunately, to read the book because she just came on the show today.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I read the book. I've got some questions. Tell
very
me,
good.
Tell me how you got started in wanting to write this book.
Well, I was I consider myself fortunate to have been born in the very early 50s when television was in its infancy. And I was surrounded from before I can, as long as I can remember, by some of the television greats. Jack Benny, Milton Berle, Ernie Kovacs, Sid Caesar, Red Skelton, Jonathan Winters. They all really connected. I connected with their comedy, and I really, they really imprinted on me, even at that early age. And the other element is that I grew up in a difficult, alcoholic, abusive home, and the early TV comedians really taught me there was lightness and happiness and better out there than what was happening in my home. So they every Sunday evening it was the Ed Sullivan Show, Burns and Allen. They were the best and the brightest of their generation.
Right.
And television was experimenting with what they could do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway, but so what I want to know is what made you decide that you wanted to write a book instead of, I guess, becoming the part of the mainstream as far as being in comedy yourself? Was there a point in time that you actually wanted to be a comedian?
No, not at all. I'm not a performer. I'm a sociologist, applied sociologist who applied all of my research tools to studying this particular segment of our population. Someone goes into a situation and wants to learn everything they can, wants to know. Anthropologist goes into a new group of people and observes and talks to and really finds out, digs as deep and as broad as they can to understand this particular subculture. I'm in the mid-'80s. I was in graduate school, and my brother died, and 15 months later, my mom died, and I'm sitting in class saying, how am I going to get through this?
Right.
And I had moved from Chicago to California, Los Angeles, in 1982. I said, I'm here. I'm in the talent capital of the country, and let me do something. Just sitting in class, I said, do something for your project on stand-up comedians. And,
so you had two choices to either go to New York City or California, and you chose the California?
I did because that's where I was. I was at University of Southern California. And they had the Comedy Store, the Improv, the Laugh Factory, and the Ice House Comedy Club in Pasadena. So they had the best of the West Coast comedy. I had the best of the West Coast comedy. I got permission from Mitzi Shore to interview some of the comics at the Comedy Store. I interviewed some at the Improv and interviewed some at the Ice House.
So you were able to
that's
work.
How that's the seeds of the actual book. Started then.
So you were like stalking the comedy clubs and
well, enjoying, and really falling in love with something that has been a passion of mine, forever. And seeing great stand-up. Really appreciating the stand-up that I saw.
Half the comedians that you mentioned, like in some of in chapter 1, you're half those people are dead or like near dead. I'm just trying to figure out how were you able to actually get some of these the people like Jack Benny, Dick Cavett, and some of these other comedians.
I did what they call a biography analysis of their biographies.
Oh.
And Irving Fine, who was Benny's manager, wrote a wonderful book about Benny. Dick Cavett wrote his autobiography. And actually, the one visit that I made to when I was 18, I made a trip to New York City, and one of the things that I did was to see the old Dick Cavett show, and I saw Dom DeLuise in Last of the Red Hot Lovers. So the interest in and attraction to comedy has just always been there.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I was 13. I was from about 10 to 13 every Saturday afternoon. I was watching Jerry Lewis movies. I would come home and watch. Yeah, I would come home and I would watch Three Stooges. Yeah, and
W.C. Fields.
I'm sorry.
W.C. Fields.
Yes, and I have. He was a little, for that age, he was a little risque for my age at that time. But later on, I have come to enjoy, Buster Keaton, W.C. Fields, different, Charlie Chaplin, obviously.
Laurel Hardy.
People from for the predecessors to the guys who were big in radio and went on to TV, went on into TV.
Right. So, I know here in Chapter 2, the comics talk about the role of family and environment in becoming a stand-up comic. You can. I mean, I do stand-up comedy as well, and I think that family does play a good part of my storytelling because I can relate back to some of the people that the things that my mother and father did as far as punishments and things like that. It's funny to me now because I used to love to draw, and I was learning how to draw dinosaurs. And I decided as a joke to draw the face of a Tyrannosaurus Rex and put it under the door one Sunday morning. Dad looks like a dinosaur when he gets angry. My punishment was I wasn't allowed to have waffles that morning.
I love it.
I was punished by having to eat cereal on a Sunday when back then in the 70s, most families cooked breakfast, they went to church, and we had waffles or pancakes or French toast or eggs. That was the special breakfast. I had to eat cereal. That was my punishment.
Oh.
So yeah, it's
was it much of a punishment for you?
Yeah.
Though?
So I gave up drawing. That was the end of my drawing career. And it's kind of funny because I was talking to my co-host, I was like, where did people come up with half these punishments? Go to bed without your supper?
Right.
I know.
Seriously? So
sometimes it is things that were done to them.
Did you find? Okay, go ahead. You had a question.
Yeah, my question is like, before you got into the research with talking to these comedians, what did you expect to get out of it? Like, did you had an idea ahead of time and say, well, this is what I want to find out about these? Sorry?
That's a good question. It's a fair question. Within the sociology of occupations and professions, if you look at one end of the spectrum, you have medicine as the most rigid, the most formal, the most you do rigorous.
Right.
You do 4 years of college, 4 years in med school.
Right. Very structured.
And at the other end, and you've got books yay thick, full of information that you have to memorize.
Right.
And you learn one thing that builds on the next thing that builds on the next thing. Anatomy, physiology,
right,
diseases, pharmacology,
Mhm.
all of that, and that's the, you know, the most
Common way of-
formalized.
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
And on the other hand, my question was, how do people become stand-up comedians?
Right.
What is the process by which they learn to perform this craft that I love?
Right.
And it's they are at the other end of the spectrum.
Right.
Stand-up comedy is at the other end of the spectrum. It's individually learned.
Mhm.
It's trial and error.
Okay.
It is, you know, you don't have, you may have some comments and suggestions from other comics,
Of course.
but you know, or you if you really want to keep your ears to the track and learn, you know, you hang out in the green room and you pick up as much as you can, or you
Mhm.
watch other comics as much as you can.
Right. Right.
And so but the thing you have to do is you've got to get up on stage
Right.
and practice and
Right.
practice and practice.
Well, did you ever find that there are some comedians that didn't use family as a medium to do their shows?
Well, it varies. I mean, you're gonna use your personality. You're gonna exaggerate your personality
Of
a little
course.
bit. Whether you know Benny was cheap, Benny was quote unquote cheap.
Right.
You know, vain unquote unquote. You know, you use and exaggerate for humorous effect.
Mhm.
So it's not just family, but you take, you know, if you were in a marching band and you had funny things happen, a broken leg, the experience of a broken leg, and some funny things happen, you know, you draw on that.
Mhm.
You really do draw on those things for your material.
Okay. Well, okay. Now, moving on to chapter 3, I know one of the things that they talk about, you were saying something about the 0 to first or second year, I believe it was, the 0 to 1, the starting year. Now, I know that when I first started out, I was a nervous wreck, and I still get up on stage and I'm a nervous wreck before.
Yes.
And I've grown to have my own little rituals. But I'm surprising, one of the things that you wrote, that some comics report that when they started, they did jokes from joke books, or they used old jokes that they knew. Now, a lot of comedians, I know, you know, I sit there and I look at it like this. Musicians, they do covers when they start out, and they have their own lists of songs. You know, comedians, I would think that they would be able to do the same things, but nowadays it's finding out that if you get jokes from joke books, or if you get jokes from things you've heard other comedians say, you're considered a hack. Do you agree with that?
Of course. But you know, you've got to start someplace. And that doesn't mean you don't grow into your own persona. You don't grow into your own material. You don't get better. Of course, you get better as a writer. You learn where to focus and what the audience responds to. You know, so I mean, if you keep doing it, you know, other than during the period at which you're trying to get comfortable on stage, if you were to keep doing it, yeah, you would be doing hacky stuff.
Right. Now, I guess one of the things also is that I was looking at was, you know, getting paid and everything like that. And it's great when you get paid, but the difference, I think, and I heard a comedian say this, and I can't remember who said it. I love to write, and I'm a really good writer when it comes down to writing stories and that sort of thing that I have to write, and reports. But writing comedy is a totally different service, and because if you get up on stage, you know, as a speech writer, you can get people to be influenced negatively or positively. They will either love the speech or they will hate the speech. As a stand-up comic and a comedian, it's either, if they don't like the joke, they don't like you.
Yeah, I see. I'm on the same page as a person who likes to watch comedians and stuff like that. If I'm not laughing at the joke, then I don't really think the person's funny.
So which do you think is harder, writing the jokes or writing like short stories and speeches?
Comedy writing is its own animal. You know, I mean, if you're doing 3 or 4 jokes a minute to have, you know, to keep the laughter going, You know, they've got to be tight. They've got to be concise. They've got to be make sense. You know, in your set list. You know, it's learning to write comedy is its own skill.
Right. Now,
And you, of course, you want the audience to like you. You want them to agree with what you say. You know, but then you've got to entertain. You've got to, you know, you're probably someone who has been entertaining others, you know, informally for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
actually, I was very shy and introverted when I was a kid. So, you know,
You
I had
turned the opposite.
And I turned the opposite late in life, and I
Wow.
wish I hadn't. You know, I was just like very shy when I was a kid because I was all gangly and stuff like that. And it, you know, I went from literally being Urkel to like Ron Jeremy. So, you know,
That's a big difference.
you know, so I never had that muscular in between, you know, looking good with the tan and everything. I just went from skinny to fat. So, and it's kind of funny because one of the things I like to think is I know there's different styles of comedy. And I'm more the storyteller. I love to talk.
Right.
You know, I'm not the setup punchline guy.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not. I can do slapstick,
Right.
but you know, in the comedian world, I know you've got your storytellers, you've got your slapstick, you've got your impersonators, you have your setups and punchlines.
Right.
I mean, what kind of comedy is your personal favorite?
Well, I like, I like clever setup and punchline, and certainly I think Dennis Miller has the most intricate setups and the most esoteric punchlines. I like just a well-written joke that is funny for, you know, anywhere you do it, almost any time. But I do love, you know, Gabe Kaplan, very skilled storyteller. You know, and I don't see that as often.
Well, I think, you know, you had Bill Cosby, George Carlin.
Absolutely.
They were very big
Absolutely.
storytellers in there. And even Gallagher's a storyteller in his own right, but he does the whole slapstick and the props that he has on stage, and he's very intelligent that way.
Yeah. Well, it's not that I'm probably less on the slapstick side of it. The intelligent, really smart stuff that's just my personal preference.
Now
Really clever.
you've worked at several comedy clubs, and you've met several comedians, and you've seen the open mics and everything like that. Was there ever a time that actually you had to tell a comedian, like, look, dude, you're not funny?
Yeah, that is really a good question.
There are some, yes. I don't necessarily want to name names, but there have been several where, you know, I've seen some of what they do, and just not interested. Just not interested. You know, really stretching the boundaries of, you know, of really being mean. I don't like that.
Right.
And you know, it's, you know, if you need to tear everything down and insult in a way that's hurtful, then that's also not part of what I prefer.
Right. Now, there are insult comics, like,
Absolutely.
what was his name? One of the biggest insult comics. He always used to talk about everybody being a hockey puck.
Right. Now but he wasn't so mean-spirited.
Right.
You know, I don't think he was mean-spirited. He was funny in what he is funny in what he does. And it's not that I don't enjoy much of what he does, but there are some other comics that just really kind of cross the line.
I'm trying to remember his name, and all of a sudden, why I'm drawing a blank, I don't know. Who was he again?
Don Rickles?
Don Rickles. My mom compared me to Don Rickles.
Oh, okay.
Literally. And I said,
wow.
I don't see it, but okay.
Okay.
You know.
How did you take that?
Well, I was after I listened to him, because I remember we ordered my wife and I ordered the whole Dean Martin celebrity roasts.
Oh.
And I
my
watched.
gosh, yeah.
Oh my God, the humor back then, they would never get away with half that stuff today.
Really?
And
Wow.
it's just the whole aspect. I mean, you were able to actually watch this stuff on live television. How was that for you?
Yeah, I mean, I look back now. You know, I've got the video collection of Dick Van Dyke Show. You know, some Carol Burnett, some of the Carol Burnett video package. And they make me laugh. I turn to them often because they make me laugh.
Yes. I mean, what do you think of some of the new generation of comedians, like, for instance, Roseanne Barr?
Roseanne, I did get to see her at the Ice House, and she certainly has a voice and a perspective, and I think she is a funny person.
Right.
Right.
You know, it's you know, she parlayed that into her persona into the TV program very well. You know, and but that whole ensemble on the old Carol Burnett show was just brilliant.
Right.
Just brilliant.
Now, you working in some of these comedy clubs, you were able to actually see these people that were going from open mic into the, you know, getting the guest spots and then starting to grow. Was it fun for you to sit there and watch people grow? Like,
absolutely, absolutely. Billy Gardell from he's got his own TV show now on CBS.
Right.
And so Mike and Molly. And
yes.
So I saw him headline. He headlined at the Ice House over a number of years, from time to time. And so yes, it's very rewarding to see somebody who is good and gets that opportunity, and then actually, you know, gets. I think he was on Yes Dear, and then they wrote Mike and Molly, you know, for him. So that's really neat. Yeah.
Well, I looked at one of your things that some rookies start out working dirty. Material that is profane or vulgar is easier to do when the comic doesn't know how to write comedy.
Sure.
Now, there's a guy who is most popular in the East Coast, and he's kind of like an adult version of Weird Al Yankovic. And his name is Dr. Dirty, and he started out playing piano in Vermont back in 1977. And he came up with a few dirty limericks, and that's how he operates, but it's clever dirty. You know, he does the limericks, and for people who can actually be dirty and make it intelligent, do you find that as funny as the people who can do like the TV clean or the religious clean type of shows?
That it's not my personal preference, but there's certainly an audience for it. You know.
But you have to appreciate.
You've had a few drinks.
But you have to at least appreciate the intelligence behind it.
Yes, as long as that's there, then he's doing. You know, he's not just using, you know, profanity every other word when there could be some real writing there.
Right.
You know.
No, I understand that, because when you hear some comedians, all they do is just use profanity, and when they could have actually used simple, regular, everyday word to make it funny.
Yeah.
So what did you like most about doing the research for this book?
Well, I have to tell you that interviewing the comics was an absolute labor of love.
I'm sorry, what was that? An absolutely what?
Labor of love.
Oh, okay.
They, especially after I started, they were honest, they were open, they wanted to talk about the craft, they wanted somebody to appreciate the craft, and I think they were happy to be able to, because, you know, doing stand-up is absolutely completely different than standing at the water cooler and telling jokes.
Right, right.
And so the craft is not something that many people know or appreciate. And so by asking questions that probed, you know, their learning, their mastering of the craft and that, they were very, again, open, honest, and you know, it's their job to make you laugh. So, you know, it was fun to interview them. But, and the other thing is I started working at the Ice House Comedy Club part-time on weekends on staff in 1993. And so I got to see the guys come through as they rotated through, and they got to know me, and, you know, sort of as a mascot almost. And so they trusted me.
Okay.
And they knew that I was someone who really loved what they did and respected what they did.
Did you find it harder to interview certain comedians other than others? Was there some that you really wanted to do, but couldn't?
No,
they just
they were. I had the specific questions, and they knew I was drilling to get, you know, what happened when they were first starting out, what happened when they opened, what happened as a middle act, what was their experience, you know, what it's been like as a headliner for them in each of the different things, in writing, in editing, in audience, working the audience, in dealing with hecklers, in dealing with, you know, bombing. They were it's almost as if they really wanted somebody who was going to let people know what it's really like.
Right. Well, I have one of my fans is asking a question on Facebook, and whoa, what the heck happened there? Anyway, he says that there were a lot of people that we were speaking of humor that people got away with back then. Red Fox, for example, was especially blue, and he got away with it. Yeah, Andrew Dice Clay does the same thing.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, and Andrew Dice Clay does the same thing, and he gets nailed for his career on it and does a nosedive. What is your take on that?
Well, again, there were. As I was growing up, there were certain people who had the more risque records, you know, record albums. Red would have been one of them. You know, there are some people who, Bobby Slayton's another one, who like to push the envelope, and you know, that I just say there's, as long as there's an audience for it, there's a place for them. You know, if there's a niche that they're attracting and filling, you know, everybody's personality is different. You bring your personality to your stand-up, and there are some comics who are very subtle and really like to take you on a journey. There are others who are, you know, very high energy, because that's how they are, you know. So there are different personality I think, appeal to different segments of that audience.
Right. So, okay, I guess moving on to one of the things, the middle act, the 3 to 5, adding the final polish. Now, I can tell you, I have put a group together. We call ourselves a Cholesterol's of Comedy. It's basically one skinny MC, 3 fat guys, and a girl we like to say is Zafteg. And we call ourselves the Cholesterol's of Comedy. And I've had to realize what it was that I was doing over the years that was wrong. And I realize now that I'm a storyteller. And so I volunteered myself to go up first so that I can polish my craft and get it going up there. But the final polish, that middle spot, is it? You would think that the middle spot would be the like comparing to the middle child. You know, everybody gets picked on. The middle child always gets picked on. You figure that the middle act would too. Do you think it's a lot harder if the guest spot is doing a better job than the middle act, even though his act has been polished?
Well, that middle spot is so key to growth. You get to do more time.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
Well, yeah, I mean, opener may do 15.
Mm-hmm.
The middle will do 25 or 30.
Oh.
And then the headliner will do 45 minutes to an hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, there's
So
no
you-
guest spot.
I'm sorry?
Unless,
yeah.
of course, there's
yeah.
no guest spot, then the feature will
Yeah.
go up for 30 minutes, and then the regular comedian might do an hour to an hour and a half.
Okay. Maybe longer.
Exactly. Yeah, but you know, if you have a guest spot and they do well, you know, it's sort of you're learning to do your material, your strengths, your you got to do that in front of whatever audience you got in front of you, and you gotta if they enjoyed somebody else, great. I'm funny too, and this is what I do. So give me a chance.
Right.
You know, give me a shot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you do that in the first few minutes. You try to get them to listen because you're good too.
Right.
You know, and then you show them your versatility because you have a little more time.
Right.
But that's where you're adding the middle spot is that's where you're adding all your finesse, all your polish. Before you even, I think one of the things that one of the comics said in the book said is, you know, however long it took you to middle, that's how long it should take you to headline.
Wow.
In other words, meaning that middle spot
Mm-hmm.
is really an important. There are all the things you're going to need to know in order to headline. You're going to learn them.
Wow. That big of an influence on a process of evolution, so to say.
Exactly.
Well, I've been doing stand-up for 5 years amateurly, and I'm finally getting to that point where
You're in the middle spot?
I'm not ready for a middle spot. But what happens is we each do about 20 minutes with the group that I've got, you know, between 15 and 20 minutes. And, you know, if somebody wants to do a half hour, then one of us will shorten up their set. You know, I may not have something, but I've actually gotten to the point where, you know, being that beginning part, getting over that nervousness of opening a show, because that's the hard part. And, you know, a lot of comics and a lot of people don't realize that the hardest part is opening the show.
Wow.
You know,
I
because
would've
people
never
aren't
thought that
drunk
would be-
yet. They're settling in and everything.
sober.
And they're sober, and it's. I mean, you'd have to agree
They're
that that's
logical.
pretty hard, right?
Yeah, certainly you are. You're breaking the ice when it's cold.
Okay.
You know, you're
That makes
making them
sense.
an audience.
Okay.
You know, you're getting them to laugh together as a group.
Right.
You know, you are, and you don't have as much time to do it.
Right. But now that you finished the research and the book, and this is me trying to understand the research aspect of it, which is with all that knowledge that you have, with all those people that you talk to and how they struggled and went from regular, everyday, family, funny guy to
Working comic, yeah.
Yeah, and there's
working
also,
comic.
I mean, I'm sure they started before that, which was at home just being silly or school
Yes.
and stuff, and then they eventually evolved and went into professionally and then become very big. So, like, if, like me, I'm not a comedian, and if I was, like, interested, it's like, this sounds like kind of a fun thing to do. And through your research, do you think, like, when you have background knowledge and you understand the whole business aspect of it, do you think you can become a comedian yourself?
No,
Because you-
I'm not a performer. Never have been. Not a performer.
No, not to perform. Yeah, there's some people that can get up on stage, and there's some people that are behind the stage, and
Right.
it takes a brave person to get up on stage to do the show and everything like that. And I tell you, it's your book. I've read it, and I learned some stuff from it. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. It was well written. The words
Good.
were big, so I can hold the thing from arm's length. So that was the best thing for me. So, but I thoroughly enjoyed your book.
I'm so glad.
And
I'm so
those
glad.
people who have not read the book or seen the book, you can get it. Would you like to tell them your Facebook page or where they can order the book if they're interested?
Amazon.com.
Amazon. Okay, so
Yeah.
you're on Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon.com.
And the price would be?
And the title is The Ultimate Green Room.
And the price would be
I believe it's $18.95 on Amazon.
$18.95 on Amazon.
Yes.
Well, I certainly think it was great having you on the show. I
really
look forward to
appreciate
the
your
wisdom.
having me.
But there is something funny that we do. Every woman that calls up the show in a really sexy voice, she has to go, "Oh, Almighty One."
Oh, the Almighty One.
Come on, Wanda Sykes did better than that. Come on, give me something here.
Oh. But I don't know you.
Well, Wanda Sykes didn't know me either, and she still did it.
But Wanda Sykes is somebody who's been in the in the profession for a while too. In her defense,
I wasn't a performer.
Well, yeah, okay, we'll
So-
give you that. Well, you don't have to be a performer to be a lover now. Just kind of imagine you and me are alone in the room, and I'm being very seductive, and
well, he is the Almighty One, so.
All right.
we're gonna try it one more time. All right, ready? 1,
Oh.
2, 3.
Oh, the Almighty One.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yes,
believe it.
yes.
I believe that.
I think there was some tingling in her
There
pants.
was definitely tingling in mine. I got aroused.
Oh, wow, yeah. Maybe we can get some lesbian action going between you two,
I thought you were talking to me.
Well, thank you, Barbara, once again for being on the show. The book is The Ultimate Green Room by Barbara Corey. That's Corry.
That is correct.
Yes, in case people try to type 1R. 100 stand-up comics talk about learning their craft in The Ultimate Green Room.
The
Ladies and
Ultimate
gentlemen,
Green Room is the title you would type in
right.
for Amazon, but the subtitle, is 100 stand-up comics talk about learning their craft.
Yep. And a thoroughly education book if you want to be in stand-up comedy, or even if you don't, just to get the sociology behind it. Very interesting. I really thank you for your time, for giving up your time to be on the show today, the Almighty One Show. And I look
Thank
forward
you
to
for
doing some
having
more
me.
work with you.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Well, you have a nice night.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night.
That was fun.
That was adorable.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, The Ultimate Green Room. You can pick this up at Amazon.com. I think they said I believe it was $18.95, and it is worth every bit of it to read this book. So pick it up, and let's get her, making some money.
Absolutely.
So I got my copy free. So
Let's rub it in everybody's face.
yes. So anyway, no, I had to pay $5. So $5 to make her holler. Yeah.
You want to buy?
Oh, wait a minute. I just found this thing on my Facebook. Scientists have discovered why some female spiders eat their mates. According to data analysis, it turns out the male spiders deserved it.
Oh, that's fixed. That's
No,
fixed.
yeah,
Wrongly
that's definitely
fixed.
fixed. Well, let me see. So we've had you on the show. You've
Yes.
enjoyed your first time on the show.
It was actually very fun.
Yes.
I thought I was going to be nerve-wracking and...
Well, I told you I'd bring...
Yes, you did. You made it very, very comforting and easy to talk to, and it's easy to...
Well, you know, I'm like most guys, cheap and easy, so it's...
I thought that was bread, cheap and easy.
Bread?
Yeah.
Well, guys are cheap and easy, too.
Some of them are. I wouldn't say all. You guys have a really weird brain every once in a while that goes and does some crazy stuff that you're just like, what?
They call us left brain.
Oh, is that what it is?
There's a female comedian named Jean Robertson. She talks about her husband being left brain.
Oh.
And it's hilarious. I'd love to get her on the show. She's a very clean comic, and she's just all about her husband and some of the things that go on. And oh, wait a minute. Yeah, okay. I broke her cherry. I'd like to know whose cherry I broke, because I haven't broke a cherry in a long time. So
I think Alvin was referring to me and the radio cherry.
Yeah, probably. The radio cherry. The proverbial radio cherry, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, that's what we do here on the Almighty One Show. We try to break a cherry.
Well, it was broken. Nothing bled, though, so we don't have to worry about that.
Well, we don't want the blood. We
No,
just want it to be broken.
No.
You know, broken
but it was
but not
fun.
forgotten.
I really did enjoy it, and just eventually I'll figure it out how to figure out what my character really is yet.
Yeah,
I'm still
we're
trying.
working on this.
Yeah, we'll figure it out one day.
Yes, and hopefully sooner or later we're going to get some things going out in public, some publicity stunts we're going to do.
Yeah.
We're trying to get in Ybor
That
City.
sounds like fun.
So
I really want to talk to more people, actually, more interviews like that.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
very, very cool, because to be able
and
to
this way you can see the interaction I have with the interviews, and if I get like if we end up doing a book, I can get you a copy of the book. You can read it at your leisure, and
Right.
We can do the comedy stuff and doing this interviewing. I really love to get the guy who wrote Calvin and Hobbes.
Oh
my
that guy.
God, he was so. The snowmen were always my favorite. Calvin with the snow.
Is he still alive?
He's still alive. He gave. I tell you what, he gave it up in the prime of his life.
Oh well, that's
He,
a smart man
and it's
right
just
there, man.
wow. He made so much money off of that, and just, I'm done. I'm like,
He's a very smart man,
damn.
though. Some of the comedy that he did is very sophisticated.
yes, it certainly was. I thoroughly enjoyed reading his Calvin and Hobbes way up into my late 30s.
Wow.
So, yeah, I mean, I even bought one of his books just to sit down and read it because there was some that I missed that I thought was hilarious.
Right.
So, but anyway, let's see what we have. The show, the Almighty One Show, which is part of the Talkwad Network. You can visit my show, the Almighty One Show, and other shows by going to talkwad.com. And what? Yep. And so we're going to next Tuesday. We're going to try and see about. I've got some interesting possible interviews coming up. I'm trying to get the guy who did Bosom Buddies, who helped create Bosom Buddies and Home Improvement. He did those two.
Home Improvement.
So he did those shows. He helped. I think it was produced those two shows, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
I'm trying to get him and a few other comedians to come into the show and be on the show. I'm really trying to get Jeff Dunham on this show. I'd love to get Jeff Dunham on this show. So that would be funny.
You're the
but
almighty. It'll happen.
It'll happen. I can see it. I couldn't get Ron White. I tried. Sorry, Maureen Sullivan. But ladies and gentlemen, we've had an awesome time. This is the Almighty One Show. We are on the air every Tuesday from 8 to 11. There's another friend of mine who this guy has a show on Monday night. His name is JT, and he has this thing called Second Degree Burn. You go to seconddegreeburn.com. That's 2ND, not spelled out. And he has the Second Degree Burn show, which in rock and roll and that sort of thing. He comes on every Monday. Now Mondays from 10:30 to 11:30. He's also part of the Talkwad Network. And you can listen to his show and other fine shows by going to Talkwad Network, talkwad.com, rather, I should say. And you can listen to shows you wouldn't want to, but my shows, so. Because my shows, I have the heavenly show, exactly.
Absolutely.
Yes. The what am I again?
The Heavenly Master. I totally changed your show from the Almighty One to the Heavenly Master.
I like that one. That works.
Blasphemous. I can't say that word, but straight
Say it.
face.
Say it,
The
you whore. You whore.
blasphemous show on the air.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for listening to the show. Thank you for Dane Perillo for calling in. Thank you for
Yes.
Alvin Halmering for listening.
Yes.
Thank you for Barbara Corey. Much thanks for being on the show.
Absolutely.
Remember, you are listening to the Almighty One Show. I'm not better than everybody. Screw that. Yes, I am. Thank you.
What was that? I'll tell you what that was. That was another fine show from ComedySlamRadio.com, where we put the .com in